Playa, mujeres fumando. Mira, tírame plan y esos nalgas de mentira. Tan brinda, que chimba, colombiana linda. Siempre con los ojos rojos de Cali, con mi amiguita Mari.
My head's in the clouds, can you bring me back down, boy? I need it. My head's in the clouds, can you bring me back down, boy? I need it. Need it. Need it. Need
R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. If he was here, this would be a subject matter in which he would address and giving us a little bit of insight regarding how women, especially modern day women, are seeing men as tools to be used in a toolbox. This man is good for this particular outcome. Another man is good for another outcome. And maybe these other guys in their toolbox is good for other outcomes. Now, we know that women in many communities have always used men for their benefits to get different outcomes. Men, in some cases, we've done that as well. But tonight's episode is a warning label, like on the back of a pack of cigarettes, or even on the label of some alcohol. Tonight's episode is a public service announcement. It is a warning label. There are women that are plotting against the nerd/tech community. All you guys that are in Theo Wolf's class, getting your cloud engineer, all you guys that are in class in school for computer science, and some of you guys that have already graduated Theo's classes and you're in your career, this is a warning to you guys. There are women that are out there plotting on you, whether they're going on to Afrotech or whether they're just hitting you up in your DMs or hollering at you on LinkedIn. Either way, you guys, since you are in the career field, all you tech guys, all you nerd guys who are in career fields that are still flourishing, these women are starting to look at their toolbox, and instead of reaching for the thug, instead of reaching for the abuser, instead of reaching for the lazy man or the guy that's incarcerated, they're reaching for the nerd. And I'm here to tell you guys, all you nerds that are 1/3 nerd like me, watch your backs. There's a target on it. We're going to talk about that in tonight's episode when it comes to this woman who said, marry the nerd. And women all over TikTok have been saying that for a few years. It's funny how when we want to simmer down and talk about other topics, women continue to put their foot in their mouths. So we're going to talk about this public service announcement tonight, especially for those guys that are graduating and currently taking classes with Theo Wolf. Watch out, tech guys. Watch out, nerd brothers. They're coming for us. But until then, hey, they can't get us if they can't find us. They can't get us if they can't find it. Shout out to all the passport bros, the Blue Book gentlemen, the passport cartel out there, all you enlightened men, all you enlightened black men as well as white men. Shout out to all you guys that are out there that are enjoying Andrea and Andrea's love crossing borders. Once again, I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth. I wish I was fabricating. I've spoken to guys that have graduated Theo's classes, and I've spoken to them mainly about relationship issues. Not about the money that they're making. No. Not about the country that they want to travel to. No. A lot of you tech brothers slash nerd-ish brothers, if you will, excuse me, there are women that are plotting to get with you. They know how much you make in tech. They know what you spend your money on. They know that you've been in your home, so your homebody, because you work from home in many cases. And many of these women want to be in your home, taking advantage of your money, such as this lady that we're going to look at, the Mary the Nerd lady. We're going to hear from her as well as other women, and I'm going to give you my suggestion to us nerd brothers. What should we do when it comes to relationships? How did I end up with a beautiful, sexy Colombiana like many of you guys have with beautiful women around the world? Well, we're going to give you our secret tonight. So all you nerd brothers, you are not alone. In the words of Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, I am here with you. Shout out to all you brothers. I appreciate you guys earlier today as well when we did the test for the channel. I'm going to get a shout out to all you guys who are supporting by way of PayPal, supporting by way of Cash App, and also supporting by way of Super Chats. Let me get that link. So now you see everything scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Before we go into the shout outs real quick, actually, we'll do the shout outs first. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Yes, sir. My problem was I didn't want to embrace my nerd side. That's how I end up in the feds. I was so busy embracing my thug side that I should have embraced my nerd side. Now my nerd side has kept me out of trouble, especially the type of trouble my thug side got me into. So shout out to all you guys that are 1/3 nerd. Take advantage of that nerd side, guys, but don't let the ladies take advantage of it. Our brother DC in the building. Shout out to you. The coldest Jenkins, the coldest. He's the coldest one, kind sirs, with the $5 love. He says this. Say nerds in black society mean that you're not from the hood and not a thug. For me, he's absolutely correct. Being a nerd is a compliment. These women are so bad when it comes to choosing men. If they choose you, you might want to think twice. I'll say that again. Being a nerd, being a guy that likes your own things and you move by your own drum beat, the beat of your own drum, take it from me. When most of these women reject you, that is a compliment from the United States. That is a compliment, because these women are so horrific when it comes to choosing a man. If you are one of their choices, you might be in trouble. These women can't pick a good man if the man's last name was Goodman. He said normal black men aren't obligated to be cleanup men for Pookies. Absolutely correct. He said we deserve better. SYSBM. Save yourself, black man. Save yourself. Shout out to my brother Will. I got to reach out to Will. I got to reach out to you, Will. Shout out to Will with the 20,000 Colombian pesos, as well as the love over on PayPal. Appreciate you, brother. Really do. Glad to see that you're back, family. You say, hola, Andre and Andrea. Your girl Andrea is in the room. She's doing a whole lot better. She's doing a lot better. So shout out to you guys from Andrea. And chat family, please support by way of Cash App, PayPal, and Super Chats. Yes, sir. You say, this is a great topic. Can't wait for Big Brother to discuss this, or to probably want to say discuss this topic or dissect this topic. Thank you. He said, get your popcorn. Yeah, get your big bowl of popcorn for this one. This is gonna be a good one. This gonna be a good one, fellas. He said, in favorite beverage. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Get your beverage and your popcorn out, because we going at them tonight. These women think we're stupid. These women think that we're stupid enough, that women think that this chick that said married a nerd, she actually thinks that every nerd dude is as naive as her nerd, as her man, in other words. She thinks the rest of us act like, move, and maneuver like her man would. So, girl, I was out there getting smashed by dudes in tube socks and flip-flops, and I got a nerd, and I'm sitting up here drinking a drink while he taking care of the kids. You can do it too. She basically went on TikTok and told women she can find that the women can find somebody as stupid as her husband. That is just that easy. That all of us out here that are in tech or in that or are the nerds or 1/3 nerds, we're easy prey. We're easy prey. And we're here to tell these ladies it's not as easy as they think it is. Shout out to you guys. And shout out to David Dice in the building. Yes, sir. FBA, come get your sister. ADOS, Descendants of Slavery. Hey. Come get your sisters, FBA. Foundational Black America. These your people going on TikTok talk about some, yes, I'm drinking an old fashioned while my husband's upstairs putting the kids away. Yes, get you FBA, come get your chick, man. Come get your chick, because you know what? Like I always say, certain things don't translate international. This the type of chick that I bet you she couldn't pull that off on an international scale. I don't care how much money she got or how famous her father is. I bet you she couldn't do that internationally, and she knows it. That's why a lot of women in the States stay in the States, because they know to try to pull off the shenanigans that they pull off does not work on an international platform. Shout out to my Canadian brother in the building.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Black Nubian representing. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to all 26 of you guys in the building. Shout out to Ahmad and being here. Numero uno. Mr. Milner, salute to you as well. Number one. And my man Kenny. Shout out to you, Kenny, for sending me this information in regards to this video, as well as you guys have sent other videos. He said, don't get it twisted. Nerds have standards and boundaries too. Ladies, just settle down for the, they say, ladies, just settle down for a damn man that's average, just like you. The fuck? Jesus Christ. Seriously, man. They really think that we're that easy, Kenny. They really think they could just, hey, girl, get you a nerd dude. Just look cute, and nerd dudes will just come your way. And we're here to tell you, baby doll, you keep on lying to these women out here, they still gonna die alone with a dog. I don't know why this woman want to sit up here and lie. She's gonna die alone with a dog. Shout out to my man Dapper Thoughts. Or D Pain Thoughts, that is. In opinion, shout out to D. He said, the Mary the nerd chick is D.L. Hughley's daughter. That's the crazy part. Oh, I got receipts on him coming up tonight too. She said this, I learned from my daddy. I started looking at her daddy receipts. Yeah, I can see why she like that. Y'all know I come with the receipts. She said in her second video, I learned this from my daddy. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me go look at your daddy. See what your daddy done did to make you think that you could just use somebody. Now I see why she get it from her daddy. We're gonna look at dad too. Don't think I told y'all gonna be bringing a big bowl of popcorn tonight. We're gonna be looking at DL tonight too. Yeah, bring the big bowl of popcorn. We're looking at DL Hughley tonight too. That explains a whole lot, considering that he's a Democrat. Sheesh. I wouldn't know about that, but I do know she was right. She got it from her daddy. She got it from her daddy. Shout out to you, D-Pain. Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you. Let me scroll down once again. We got David Dice in the building of the Dice family. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to you as well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And tonight we're on President Trump watch. In about an hour, President Trump is talking about either he's going to halt with the attack on Iran, or he's going to just go full in. So let's see if he's all. This will be his first time. I mean, his fifth time, kind of pushing everything off. This will be his fifth time pushing it off. You know, he threat, then he pushes it off. He threats, then he pushes it off. Now he says he's going to annihilate the whole country. Everybody, not just bridges and not just electrical grids. He said, I'm going to destroy, annihilate the whole country. That's what Trump said today. I'm not fabricating. He said he's coming with Armageddon. Let's see what happens. He said if they don't answer by 8 o'clock tonight, it's supposed to be all out mass destruction. Now, we've heard him say this 4 other times. Let's see what happens. So keep me posted, guys. Keep me posted. Let me scroll down a little further. Shout out to my brother. Good morning, Ronin Travelers. And good morning to all you guys out there in Southeast Asia, man. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Really do. Appreciate you. He said, Dre, brother, good morning from the Philippines. He said, drinking my cafe. Yes, sir. He said, watching the action on your channel in Hamas. Yes, sir. And in Hamas or Hamas. Let me see if I pronounce it correctly. Hormuz. Did I get it? My prayers with the soldiers. Yes, sir. My prayers are definitely with the soldiers. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And the people, all the innocent people that are involved in this. I mean, all the way from the Gaza Strip to Israel to Yemen's to the whole Middle East, man. All the innocent people that have, you know, the hospitals, and man, I just pray for all of them, including our military. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Shout out to T-Mac being in the building. Salute to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here along with our brother Will. Shout out to the Medellin brothers. Shout out to we're going to be talking about something that just took place in Medellin. I want to hear what you guys have to say, gentlemen. Let me scroll down a little further. We got 37 in the building. Let me hurry up. Let me scroll down. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys that are watching from Andrea's channel as well. Shout out to Show Enough in the building. Yo, we lit. Yes, sir. We're going to have some fun tonight, bro. We are going to have some fun tonight, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Them 313 boys such as Nate.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with that, man. He's from the D313, the D. Shout out, first of all, wait a minute. Let me change this music. Let me put this music on pause for a second. Let's take a shout out celebration to the mighty state of Michigan. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Wolverines hockey team making it to the Final Four. They lost, but they made it. So shout out to the Wolverines hockey teams. Shout out to the Wolverines basketball team. Boy, we got another Furious Fabulous 5 out there for winning the NCAA championship. Shout out to them. Shout out to them Detroit Pistons for winning the #1 seed in the NBA. And one more shout out for the Pistons. This is a rare rare award that the Pistons won. And a lot of people don't know about it. The Detroit Pistons this past week was announced as the #1 unified sports team in the world. It is a very, very rare opportunity for the NBA itself. They could have chosen any sport in any team in the world. And the Detroit Pistons actually won it. And not just the NBA won it, but the Detroit Pistons actually won for being the most unified, most solid team in all of sports in the world. So shout out to the NBA for actually winning that award, because very, very rare that a particular sport wins. The NFL wins it sometimes, the NBA, other sports around the world like soccer teams win it. Other sports, NASCAR teams have won it. So it is a global award, and it's one of the rare times that a team in the NBA has actually won the award for being the most unified team in sports. So shout out to the NBA and shout out to the Detroit Pistons. Yes, sir. And salute to them 313 boys. I keep trying to tell you that. Let me bring the music back, man. Let me bring that music back. Yes, sir, man. They did a great job. All right. Let's continue with these shout outs. Make sure I get everybody. Roll down. Such my man Bean that was here earlier. Shout out to Bean. Glad that you're here, brother. And Black Nubian once again. And Chris Jeezy. Go blue. Yes, sir. You see how we did? You see how we did. Yes, sir. Jermon in the building. Jermon said, he said, now you have an influx of gamer chicks coming on the scene, bringing their Jezebel mess with them. That is a good point. When I said earlier about emails are sharing information, and even one brother on the video talks about this too. You know where the new hookup spot is? Tinder? Nope. Bumble? Nope. Guess what a new hookup spot is? LinkedIn. These chicks are hitting y'all up on LinkedIn, trying to get smashed through LinkedIn. LinkedIn is supposed to be the new hookup spot for these chicks looking for a man. After they've been ran through 2 or 3 babies deep, 2 or 3 baby daddies deep. Now they hitting y'all up on LinkedIn. He said Dre, the sister who was in the video, is married to, I kind of figured she was married to a white dude. She has him in the video violating him, and he's smiling about, goodness gracious, man. I haven't even seen that particular video. I'll probably check that one out. Goodness gracious. She doesn't even realize what she's done, man. That's the funny part. She doesn't even realize what she's done. Let me scroll down a little further, because we got Jay Anderson, the great, in the building. He said, I'm going to love this topic. Salute my brothers in the chat, and Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. Yes, sir. I'm glad to see that you're here, Jay Anderson, the great. Mr. Big Boy, I hope I pronounced that correctly, in the building. DL is up. Yeah, dude. Oh, I told you I'm coming with the receipts tonight with the DL receipts. She said, soon as she said, well, I got this from my daddy, I was like, well, let me go look up her daddy's stuff and see what she got from her daddy. And by the time I got done gathering receipts on the daddy, I understood why she used people. I understand why she's a user. Jay Andrew Craig Jr., that is. Shout out to you, brother. He say, no joke. He say, it's audacity and arrogance for me. That's right. And he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. I thought I've seen it all, but guess not. This is the new brick lady. This is the new brick lady. It's like a new brick lady every year. Shout out to my man J3 again is in the building. He said the big bowl, getting ready. Get ready with the big bowl of popcorn for the night, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those. He said 1 more hour until history is made. Yeah, we're gonna see what takes place. That's true. With President Trump, let's see. Let's see if he's all bluff, like he's been bluffing the last 4 times, or let's see what's going on. Yes, sir. He said, I'm sure she told her plenty of times. Yep. Goodness gracious, man. She just dirty. Shout out to Black Lex being in the building. My brother. And he says this with a cigar looking clean. Yes, sir. He say he agrees. He agrees to a 2-week ceasefire. Or did he do that? Okay, he did. He agrees to a 2-week ceasefire, and they are opening up the straits. Okay. Because the last time I looked, maybe like an hour ago, they were still in the middle of talking about it. So okay, cool. Okay. And that's good. That's good. He's going to accept the sub deal. He's going to accept the sub deal. Okay, cool. Final 4 will be in Detroit next year. Oh, will it? Oh shit! It's gonna be in the D. Man, y'all gonna make me get on the plane. Shout out to the official one, the only one that's official. Our brother Kobe in the building. He said, good evening, fellas. He said, don't be a cleanup guy. Yep, don't be a cleanup guy for the chicks after Pookie. I'm telling you, the coochie been blew out. They got 2 or 3 baby daddies. You do not want to be that dude trying to be a Russell Wilson. Let them buy a dog and live alone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, Dre, where's the music? I hope you can hear me. I hope you guys can hear the music. I have the music going. Shout out to you. Oh, you need the music going at that time period? That was when I was talking. I'm with you, brother. Shout out to Bobby Space Ghost in the building. Glad to see you here. He said, that's wild. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. It's crazy, man. I'm serious. All you tech guys that are in Theo's classes, because I'm seeing more and more guys getting jobs. You guys are hitting 100 figures. Shout out to my tutor. He just got hired. He's making that money. Take it from me. So shout out to my tutor. And I'm telling you guys, man, these women will be coming out the woodworks because they've been used by other men. Now they think that you still want them because they still may look cute in your eyes. My man DJ Davis in the building. He said, yep. He said, I had a few contact me on there. I keep trying to tell y'all, LinkedIn is the new dating spot for these ladies. Y'all think, hey, these ladies have no cut. If you think they go, think about it. These ladies started off following y'all in Walmart, right? Then they start following men to Lowe's and Home Depot, following you, right? Then they start getting passports and following you, right? What makes you think they're not gonna follow you on LinkedIn? They see your all you guys that are in Theo's classes, they see your certifications on LinkedIn. They see all the projects that you've completed. It's on LinkedIn. Your resume is on LinkedIn. So they see what you have done, can do, and what they want you to do for them on LinkedIn. My man DJ said I had a few of them reach out to me. Shout out to Jay Casey in the building once again. Shout out to Jay. They says this. He said it was big drama with the Marvel Rivals game with the chick. Wow. So we're gonna be talking about the tonight. We're gonna be talking about the lady that is the nerd lady, and we're gonna talk about all the women that followed you guys to Houston this November for Afrotech. Afrotech has been in Houston the last 2. I don't know why people want to keep going to Houston, but Afrotech has been in Houston the last couple of years. So now the ladies are going to Afrotech again to try to find a man. And we got the right man in the building, our brother Theo. He said that the Illinies, will have their revenge Illinois will have their revenge on Michigan in 2027. But until we get there, oh yeah, shout out to Michigan. The HIV is real out here. Yeah. And it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Let me scroll down. Shout out to Theo once again in the building. My man T-Mac says this. He said, I'm reading the news about Trump. He said that he has suspended the attack for 2 weeks, but I have not seen any agreement from Iran. And Iran was ready, man. They had people standing around in circles all day long around the power plants. These people don't care. I'm talking about women, mothers, grandmothers standing around the power plants. Shout out to my brother Ishmael in the building with the $5 love. He said, I'm a blurred, AKA black nerd. Who am I? Without a doubt. Give me a good old fashioned museum. Give me anytime that has anything got to do with art. Give me, I don't care what type of music it is. I don't care if it's jazz, classical music, country music. I'm listening to it if it's good. Give me anime all day long. Give me anything that has to do with history. I am a Bible nerd. I don't just read the Bible for spiritualization. Dude, I'm the dude to sit up there and I'm looking at the maps. You know how some Bibles got the maps in it? I'm looking at the maps. I'm studying the history of the wars that was going on during that time period. Why did Paul go here? Why did Peter go there? How'd they die? What went on? What were the laws at that time? Dude, I love history itself. I married a nerd chick. Andrea loves anything that has to do with World War II history. So she reads that all the time. She's in there just reading a motivational book right now. So I married a reader. I'm a reader. So one of the things I always recommend to do is if you got a nerd side, marry you an attractive nerd chick. I don't care what country. Get you a nerd chick. Get you an old soul. Get you a woman that's an old soul. She like to go to the zoo. Some of y'all don't realize y'all coming to these countries. Where should I take on a date? The zoo. Take her to the water park. Take her four-wheeling. You coming to this new country, take her paragliding. Y'all, it's so much to do in Medellin, and y'all just going to taking chicks to Parque Yaris. Man, there's so much to do. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better take these nerd chicks in these other countries. Think about you get a sexy nerd Colombiana, a sexy nerd chick in Brazil, a sexy nerd chick in the Philippines, a sexy nerd chick in DR. Man, y'all better do like my brother Mr. Pro for You with the YouTube channel, Love, Purpose, and Passports. Got him a nerd chick in DR, can't tell them nothing. The nicest couple, always laughing, always having fun. Man, y'all doing it backwards. Ain't nothing. Hey, you get you a hot chick and still be a nerd chick. Jay Anderson said, by the way, beer in hand. No, this is actually tea. This is tea from Dr. Bobby Price. Right here is Dr. Bobby Price. We watched his YouTube channels before, and this is his tea. So he has 2 sets of tea. One that you take in the morning, clean out your intestines, your body, just detox your whole body. It's a detox. So I've been doing it for like 8 days. I got 3-4 more days of detoxing. And yes, it tastes horrible. It tastes like somebody when he says it's made of flowers and herbs, it is literally a bag of flowers and herbs. And it tastes horrible, but I feel so good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get ready to get started. He said, best area to stay is in Pereira. It's a really nice area. I will not deny that. That is a nice little small town in Colombia. He said, going to be there for 4 days before heading to Cali next month. All right, brother. Quite a few of you guys coming down in the next few weeks. He said, Dre, Jay Anderson says, Dre, he said, I've added bone broth to my diet, and it is really healthy for you. See, I'm a pescatarian / vegan. So if it has anything to do with meat, Let me know if it does. If it's bone broth and it has nothing to do with meats outside of seafood, I'm in. I'm with that. But right now I'm drinking. Ugh. It is bitter. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's get ready to get started. First thing we're going to look at as I change the music over. Let me change the music over here. All right. First thing we're going to look at is the Black Manosphere Conclave. Yes, sir, gentlemen. For 2026, we got the Black Manosphere Conclave. It's going to be in Las Vegas, so let's be prepared to go, guys. Get your tickets ready. Go ahead, order your ticket while it's $150 right now. You know, as time gets closer, prices go up. If you're gonna, if you already got your ticket, shout out to you guys. But get ready for the Black Manosphere Conclave, guys. I kid you not. Just go here, push the cart. Let me drop the link for us. Those guys that don't have the link, so you can look up other information. And if you remember, with the conclave, you can also look at the virtual access. So if you can't actually make it there, there is virtual access as well, guys, for all the classes, for everything that you want to see. And it's less than the cost of a flight. So shout out to you guys, man. And make sure you join the Black Manosphere website, man. There is so much for you guys to see and take advantage of. Theo has classes in here. So even if you just want to go and join the Black Manosphere website, you can do that. There's so much that's scheduled, different events, different things. Hey, there go your boy. Both of you dudes. Shout out to El Guapo. Yes, sir. So it's a lot of this from last year, 2025. And we had a great time, man. So there's so much to do and get involved in with the Black Manosphere Conclave from last year, as well as the one for this year. So we're going to be talking about this almost every episode, getting you guys ready and preparing you guys. I'll be there. Richie Mack is always there. So shout out to all you guys that'll be at the conclave. Got the chance to hang out with my brother Will last year. We hung out, as well as my brother Uriah. So make sure you guys get your Black Manosphere Conclave tickets, guys. Shout out to all you gentlemen. All right. And the next thing we're going to look at, yes, we're going to remove this from the stage. And the next thing we're going to look at, gentlemen, guys are being turned around in Colombia. Guys are being turned around in Colombia again. Another guy turned around in Colombia. Every time you think that it's okay, every time you think it's safe to go in the water, somebody else is being turned back in Medellin. So guys, be careful. Make sure you have all your information of where your Airbnb is, because they're going to ask you those questions. Where you're going to be staying, what are you going to be doing? I know I need to give El Guapo a call, man, and check on him. Because I saw something happen with his channel, as far as his channel was still up, but the videos weren't there. So guys, make sure that you're being careful. And another thing that's taking place, sadly, in Medellin that we're looking at, over the past couple of days, a young lady passed on at a party in Medellin. Young lady just passed on at a party in Medellin. We don't know they don't know what took place, and they don't know, all the details yet, but it was a party in El Poblado. So we can't blame this on Parquilleras, but it was a party by some expats or some foreigners. And there were drugs involved and there was alcohol. She jumped in the pool and a few minutes later never made it out. So I don't know what drugs or alcohol they had at the party, but right now, because it's an election year and the elections are coming up really fast in Colombia, you guys might want to be careful to where you're going, to what party you are involved in, what travel group you're involved in Colombia, because I kid you not, this along with the death of the airline stewardess, bruh, I'm telling y'all, it's making things look really bad in Medellin. There are too many deaths taking place in Medellin in back to back. So guys, this will be impacting. So be careful out there, man. You see, I just saw this story. Shout out to Rob. I knew Rob probably had done a story on it. He said, guys, stay away from the drugs and places that have the drugs. Yeah, every party is not your party. There are so many parties and so many things to do and so many clubs to enjoy in Medellin. You don't have to feel like you're stuck in one. I mean that, guys. There are too many things to celebrate in Medellin that you don't have to feel like you're stuck in one particular party. So let's get ready to get started. But I just want to talk about that. Just be careful out there, gentlemen. Let me pull that down. And let's get ready to get started. Change the music over and hear what this woman has to say. We're going to be listening to the nerd chick talk about, ladies, marry a nerd. They're so simple-minded. They're so easy. You can run over them. You can have children and they'll still marry you. You can have 2 or 3 baby mamas and all the nerd dudes and all the tech dudes who never had any sex. Those guys will still marry you. That's what these women think. And let's get started with the video.
Back when I was still having sex with men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, you know the one.
Remember, she just said, back when I was having sex with dudes with the Adidas socks on, with dirty socks on and the flip-flops, tube socks, in other words, type of guys. She said, ladies, you know the ones. You know the ones that was hitting it good. The one that was beating that coochie up. Let's go.
Back when I was still having sex with men who wore Adidas, I wish I could tell me that I'd be married to like a whole ass pediatrician sitting outside in our backyard by the fire he built me, drinking an old fashioned, waiting for him to come downstairs to join me because he's putting our kids to bed. Marry the nerd.
I got to a point, I was 34. I said, look, I don't need no more boyfriends. I'm in my 30s and I wanted to do things God's way. I want to, get married. I'm ready for my husband, but I'm not going to date. And he was like, well, how does that work? I said, well, God is going to tell my friend when it's time that I'm his wife. And we did just that. The world is going to tell you no. Most men in the world are not going to understand that. That's why you got to align with a Christian man, an equally yoked man.
I'm about to bring that back.
Did I get such
at work? I said, well, God in the
said she waited until she was 34 years old. Y'all heard her. She waited until she was 34 years old and decided to marry the friend that she avoided until she was 34 years old. I'll bring that beat back for you. She decided to marry the friend that she avoided until she got 34 years old. You can't make this F up.
I got to a point at 34. I said, look, I don't need no more boyfriends. I'm in my 30s and I wanted to do things God's way. I want to, get married. I'm ready for my husband, but I'm not going to date. And he was like, well, how does that work? I said, well, God is going to tell my friend when it's time that I'm his wife. And we did just that. The world is going to tell you no. Most men in the world are not going to understand that. That's why you got to align with a Christian man, an equally yoked man.
Okay, let's see what they have to say. Shout out to Theo. Theo, right? Equally yoked equals we married 304s. Says this. Can I get a cherry Coke? Says this. I feel so bad for nerd and Christian men. Now this is a walking. I feel so bad for nerds and Christian men. Y'all, these hoes backup plan. Y'all, these hoes backup plan. Shout out to my brother, Disruptor in the building, that is. Disruptor says this. I like that name, by the way, with the $20 love. He said, these women are disrespectful. Are desperately that's a good point. Scrambling. That's a good way of putting it. Desperately scrambling to get or find a husband now, now that they're seeing how serious we are about leaving them alone. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. I couldn't have said it any better. Absolutely correct, brother. Let me scroll down a little further. I want to hit the super chats and the cash apps in a second, gentlemen. I mean the super chats and the PayPal in this. The cash app and the PayPal in a second, gentlemen. Disruptor also says this. He said with the $5 love. He said these sisters have made their bed. Let them cry in it. I like how you put that. Alone. We don't have to rescue these sisters. FBA, Foundation of Black America, come get your women. All you ADOS, American descendants of slaves, come get your woman. Come get your women. Don't be trying to sick these chicks on us, talking about we nerds and we Christians. And after they've been ran through in the streets and ran through in the church, I'm gonna say that again. After they've been ran through in the streets and ran through in the church. He said they've been warned time and time again, only to fall upon deaf ears. Absolutely correct. Oh well, couldn't be me. Oh well, couldn't be me. Absolutely correct. Fellas, a lot of times we talk about these women, these 304s being ran through in the streets. She belonged to the streets. There are a lot of 304s that get ran through in the church. Bruh, in most churches in our community, unless you've got standards and boundaries, you could run through chicks in church just faster than you can run through chicks in a strip club. Your church got ex-strippers, ex-OnlyFans chicks in it, ex-304s, ex-side chicks, ex-LGBTQ chicks that have given their life to the Lord, and that's great. They haven't lost their freaky skills. The OnlyFans chick, she still got freaky skills. The ex-stripper, she still got freaky skills, don't she? What about the ex-side chicks? Do they still got the freaky? They still got freaky skills too. For all you dudes, I'm gonna tell you something for real. I don't see why it ain't more men in church in the States. Cause you can run through them. The only thing that women in church in the States ask you to do is don't open your mouth. Don't tell nobody that you getting this coochie. Make it seem like we just friends. Don't act like I'm the only one that did it, okay? Don't act like I was the only one that left the club, went to church, and realized I could get all the church loving I want. And in many cases, took advantage of it. And I didn't have to buy no drinks. They was inviting me over. They was cooking for your boy. What you doing after service, Brother Spence? Well, I'm going home for a meal. I could cook you a meal. The women in church, they competing for you. So who can cook the best meal for you? Who can give you the best loving? You go from the strip girls club, the strip club girl, one Sunday night, the next Sunday night after church service, you at the OnlyFans girl house. Don't act like I was the only one. Don't act like I was the only one to get in the church loving. So when I sit back and I say, man, that when these women settle down, don't get food just because she in church. because she might have been in church 10 years. Man, I got me a church girl. Okay, cool. She might have been in church 10 years. She been holding out for her man. But the other brothers in church been running through them. Don't get fooled by these ladies, man. And that's why when this young lady said, I feel bad for the nerds and the Christian men. Y'all, these hoes backup plan. She ain't never lied. Shout out to Zeta being in the building. Zeta said, let me go right here. Zeta says this. Yeah, they fake believers in the church. They still give it out, not heeding God's word. Absolutely correct. Sadly, but true. He said, Dre said, I'll bring a bottle of the blood of Jesus over. Seriously. Like in the words of Michael Jackson, the Jesus juice. Don't get fooled by them women. Shout out to LJV, Southern Vegan in the building. You'll like my meal for tonight, LJ. I've got tonight. My meal for tonight is cauliflower steaks. These are just cauliflower cut real thick. Kale, tomatoes, and some vegan cheese. Yeah, that's tonight's meal. The cauliflower steaks. Really good recipe. Yes, sir. So let's go back to the video.
Did I get such
Ex-promiscuous women are pivoting to Christian men and nerds. My brother says this. He says, sadly, the hyenas are following us abroad. You can't make this up. Circle the wagons, brothers. Hold the line. Circle the wagons. Absolutely correct.
godly, sweet, loving, servant-hearted husband after being with so many horrible men.
So many horrible men. How many? So many. Well, let us hear if she could tell us the number.
I was with so many horrible men in my past, I can't even count how many men.
She can't even count how many men she's been with, but she wants to get with the tech guy, the nerd guy, the Christian guy. In the words of Kevin, you can't make this up.
I've been with.
I can't even count how many men I've been with.
In my past before I was a Christian. And they're all horrible to me. And of course that all changed once I became a Christian, because godly, Christ-like men are like Jesus. I wanted a genuinely godly Christian man, and I found him at church.
Well, personally, I wouldn't want an ex-permit.
Like Jesus. I wanted a genuinely godly Christian man, and I found him at church.
All right. Let's see what this says. This information used to be gathered through personal and secondhand experience from friends and relatives. Now women just willing to give it up on social media. Laugh out loud. Unsolicited PR damage. These women are coming on social media and sharing with each other. Girl, if I was throwing out my coochie like that, if I was throwing on my coochie like that and I can get a man, I don't know what guap is. I'm going to give him a call. And I got a man in church. You can do it too. That's why these women put these videos out here. DJ said the smell of desperation smells like desperation. How evil is it that you have now become a succubus, and a parasite in order to function out here? It's sad. It really is. Let me give Guapo a call real quick. Let me reach out to El Guapo. Let me see if I can get him on the phone real quick. We need to check in on our brother. And after that, I'm going to go to the super chats. I mean, to the Cash App and the PayPal. Give you guys a shout out. Let's give our brother a call. Let's see. All right, he might be busy. I'll give him a call back later on tonight after the show. Check in on him. And shout out to all you guys over on the Cash App. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Shout out to T-Mac with the $10 love. Shout out to Gary. Shout out to my brother, Gary. Mr. Indiana himself with the $10 love as well. And shout out over on PayPal. We get this pulled up. And then we're going to get back to the video. My brother with the $5 love. My brother, Will the Thrill. Shout out to my Medellin brothers. Let's continue on, gentlemen. So these women are just basically using you guys, and they'll have no problem telling other women how to use you.
Well, personally, I wouldn't want an ex-promiscuous woman, but that's just me. And as you can tell from the comments, the internet isn't having any of it. A lot of people think these women deserve neither Christian men nor nerds. And maybe they have a point, because bragging about landing a good man after sleeping around as much as you wanted does come off weird. I know people can change, but honestly, I think promiscuous women probably make more sense with promiscuous men. Save everyone the stress.
Here's a random thought. Marrying a nerd will be the best decision you'll ever make in your entire life. Y'all complaining about the dating pool nowadays, but a nerd will model themselves after the power of friendship, perseverance, self-sacrifice, and will travel to the ends of the earth to collect.
I am doing great. I'm doing a live stream, and we all have been thinking about you, and we've been wondering what's going on with our brother, so I figured I'd give you a call.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. So everything is wonderful. Beyond wonderful, man. I have done some career development in what I'm doing and moved into executive management, which has caused me to have to take a brief sabbatical.
Okay.
From social media to get to the bag.
Get that bag, bro.
Yeah, man. So that's what it is. I don't know if they noticed, but I privated most of my channel and stuff, man.
I caught that.
Yeah. So no, I'm good, man. I'm about to tune to the live stream, man. I'll do that and let them know I'll be back this summer, just in a different genre. You know what I'm saying?
They can hear you. They hear you. I got you on speaker.
Okay. What's up, team? What's good, team? Salute and salutations. Welcome to Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has, man. How's the family doing?
Yeah, man. Man, they're doing great, man. LeBay is putting Guapito in his PJs right now. We're going to do some bedtime stories and stuff and all that good stuff. But I miss them, man. I really do. But I had to do what I had to do just for the career stuff, man. So that's what it is.
All right, man. Well, guys are saying what's up to you. They appreciate you, man, and we looking forward to whenever you get to the point this summer to start doing your live shows again. We're looking forward to it, man.
Man, I appreciate you, boss. I'm tuning in right now. I'm about to put it on the TV.
Okay, cool. And we're going to be tonight. We're talking about the lady that said marry the nerd.
Oh, DL's daughter?
Yes, sir.
Bro, it's hard too because I got so much to say. Can I say something on it real fast?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Keep this, right?
I got you on mic.
So I'm going to say this. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But as Danya Guapa, my mother, told me, once you have children, your life is no longer your own. How could you say that and you got kids, yo? Forget the husband being a nerd. Forget his professional reputation. You're going to talk about dirty socks and Adidas slides, and you got kids.
Right.
She's beyond out of pocket, dog.
Right.
Beyond out of pocket, man. No guidance. So I tune in, bro. And you were talking about protection. I had this conversation with my mother today, and I quoted you. I was like, the number one thing that men have to protect women from is themselves.
Preach.
And DL failed, and her husband failed.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm tuning in right now, bro.
Okay, brother.
All right, man.
I'll talk
catch
to you
up
later.
with you, boss.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Peace. All right, now we know that El Guapo was doing excelente. Shout out to that brother. The family's going great. Promotions and other opportunities are coming their way. Just blessings on blessings on blessings for us all, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to Guap, man. Yes, sir. And shout out to Bronx being in the building and Zeta in the building. And my favorite YouTube name, The African Wolf, in the building. Glad to see that you're here. Shout out to you, brothers. And shout out to you with the super sticker, the $1 super sticker, as well as the $2 super chat, saying, what up, Guap? He's listening in right now. Hope you guys heard everything that he just said. Yeah, we're missing him, man. We really are. And he just said he's going to be starting back his channel sometimes this summer, but he has some business things to take care of with the family as well as his career. So great things are happening for him, man. Great things, man. We appreciate him more than he realizes. More than he realized. Shout out to Chulupe in the building. Chulupe says, he said, the nerds, I'm one of them as well, brother. I'm one of them as well. He said that I haven't had much experience, need to get overseas before Keisha drops that neck. I know, right? He said, and has him sprung. Yeah, a lot of dudes get strung out on the ladies in the United States, and we think that they're just it. We really think that the hot chicks in the United States is it. And then we go overseas and we realize, man, I should have waited. I should have waited to go overseas. I could have got me a nicey like El Guapo did, like Andre did, like Richie Mack did, like Ronan Travelers did, like Aaron from Passport Bro. Shout out to Aaron, him and his wife and his new daughter, like they did. But I sat back and I got me a stay sad chick. Now I'm stuck. Some of y'all watch this show and y'all feeling stuck. And I can understand it. So yeah, don't let these women get y'all strung out like that. Talking about, I want the church dude, I want the nerd dude. Going overseas is like getting immunization against them. Absolutely correct. Because when I go back to the States, I'll be looking at stay sad women like, yeah, that's it, huh? That's it. Yes, sir. He said, marry the nerd. He said, that's a laugh. They're going to learn that nerds are leaving. Yes. Yes, we getting our passport. We're discovering and enjoying other countries. They do not understand it. DJ says, he said, gotta say no to the network. Absolutely correct. Don't let them fool you with the network. Not the network. Shout out to my brother Simple Logic and them VA boys. Shout out to them VA boys. Shout out to all of DMV. Let's go back to the video, gentlemen. Let's go back to the video.
Every single Dragon Ball so you can make your wish. Would transmutate an arm and a leg for you. Would become the king of the pirates and topple entire governments for you. Get yourself a nerd.
If you're wondering if your man is cheating on you and he went out tonight with his friends and that makes you nervous because you know his friends are also cheaters, if you get another chance at love, Marry the nerd, girl. Be with the nerd. Because it is a Friday night. It is not even 5:30 in the afternoon. My man is downstairs hosting Dungeons and Dragons. All 5 men that showed up brought me a gift. I have 3 new bottles of red wine, my favorite bag of chips, and a new candle. I am literally chilling up here with a glass of red wine. I'm about to catch up on RuPaul's Drag Race. And they're just down there giggling away. Giggling away. Choose the nerd. Choose the nerd.
This man took me on a date to go watch the new Demon Slayer movie and told me he didn't want to miss not 1 second of the experience. So we get to the movie theater on time. We watch the ads before the previews. The ads in between the previews. And then sit there for 2 hours and 45 minutes watching this anime movie that I have no understanding of the plot, history, or characters, comprehension, world, or even like the story. I don't know nothing. So I'm watching in confusion, and I'm just looking at this man with a million questions above my head. All I'm going is, this is for him. This is for him. He wants to watch this movie. He's very...
Hey, T-Mac, that's a good idea. Hit me up on the WhatsApp. That's a real good idea. I'm trying to set up some interviews over the next couple of weeks anyway.
Very much so excited to watch this movie. This is for him. Don't ask him any questions because it's going to take him the entire movie to explain it anyways. So I sit there for a total of 4 hours looking at a screen, not understanding anything that I'm watching. Please do not tell me I don't love this man. Please do not tell me I don't love this man.
Choices, you know.
I'm surrounded by nerds.
You love this nerd. I'm in my happy place. 10 seconds in. Already got something.
Cute. You know, I used to go out on the weekends. I used to party.
Well, this is a party. This is a poker party. This is Pokemon. You found something?
Yeah, it's a cute person.
That's cute. Hey, listen, I know the drill. You come to the card shows, you get the treats.
I get cheap. As if he doesn't already have enough in his hands. And backpack.
I got an empty bag.
Isn't your backpack full?
No, maybe. Hey, what'd you find?
I found a cutie.
So you're having a pretty good time, huh?
Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. Hey, don't act like you're not having fun at these places too.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but get with the nerd, okay? My dad used to say nerds are the ones that make all the money, which in theory is true, but it's not even about the money. If you want to live a happy life, a fulfilled life, a worry-free life. See, girls be out here, oh my God, he might be out cheating, blah, blah, blah. No. Mans is over here building a Lego set. Mans just be watching shows, documentaries, Star Wars. No worries.
Hey, Kobe, I feel the same way too. It's kind of cringy to see women doing stuff with us that they really don't like doing. Being in our lives when they really don't want to be in it. Pretending like they're interested when they really aren't. And then mocking us as they do it. The one sister said she went to the movie to see Dragon Slayer. She didn't want to see it. Don't tell me I don't love this, man. I sat here and watched this, in other words, this raggedy ass movie for 4 hours that I didn't know anything about. But because he makes money, because I ain't got to worry about him cheating, I'm going to sit up here for 4 hours and watch this movie. The Pokemon convention. She mocked him. I'm surrounded by nerds. Yeah, you love this nerd, don't you? Because I pay the bills. She having a good time with him, but she not really interested. That's why I say, man, get you a nerd chick or old soul. Get you the homebody chick. Get you a bookworm chick. Get you a chick that's part nerd, bruh. Like I told y'all, Andre in there right now reading. Got her a good motivational book because she likes reading motivational books. She likes studying World War II. She likes going to museums. She likes going to the zoo, seeing exotic animals. She likes going to the small towns and discovering new things about Colombia that she hadn't seen yet. She likes new recipes. Get you a chick that's on your nerd level. But these chicks that pretend like they want to be a part of our world, the only reason they down with us because we seem like the safe guys. The Islamic guy seems safe. The Christian guy seems safe. The nerd dude seems safe. The geeky guy seems safe. And I'm going to tell these ladies something. Ladies, I'm going to tell you something straightforward. Y'all ready? Ladies, hear me out. If you ever think that us nerd dudes won't break your heart, won't leave your ass, we will. Do you think all these women that's filing for divorce in the United States ain't filing divorce on some nerd dudes too? So it ain't just the regular everyday dudes that these women in the United States are filing divorces on and getting child support on. It's also the church dude they filing on. And the nerd dude, they filing divorces and keeping that dude's money too. So just because you're a nerd dude, don't think that a female won't file divorce and take half your ish like she would do another dude. Don't think that at all. Yep, they just want the money. And then they want to sit back and talk about us. Y'all just go to those other countries because the women want your money. Well, that's all you want from us. You want us to build your stability for you.
And they're funny. They're smart. Date the nerd.
The Marry the Nerd lady, she said that men who were in her comments weren't in the tax bracket or the educational bracket to get her attention, but neither were the guys you said that had dirty socks and slides.
You caught that? She said the guys in the comments, and you're going to hear that in her second video. She says the guys in her comments, that's the video that's coming up soon, you guys weren't good enough to be in her tax bracket. But just like my brother just said, neither was the guys in tube socks and flip-flops.
Like, those guys are living in your head rent-free in the comments, right? You're reminiscing about your time with them. And they obviously were not in the tax bracket that your husband's in. In fact,
yes, absolutely correct, Zeta. Shout out to you with the $2 love. See how disingenuous these chicks really are. Absolutely correct.
it almost seems better to not be in that tax bracket because they got your attention.
Being attracted to women is a curse because y'all boyfriends and husbands are the people that y'all treat the worst. And my greatest fear is a woman settling for me as the safe guy because she knows that the guys who are actually her type don't give a fuck about her.
You know what's crazy about this video that the dude talking about? While she was reminiscing on all the things she did with the dudes before, she turned around and replied to a comment that said this. And at first, to keep it real, I didn't think it was real because I seen the dude post a screenshot of it, and it what's crazy about this video that the dude talking about? While she was reminiscing on all the things she did with the dudes before, she turned around and replied to a comment that said this.
Okay, check it out. This is her comment section. The Marry the Nerd chick. In her comments, one of the girls said she got 1,500 comments at that time period, almost 1,600. Girl, I'm following you because the fact that you said the dirty socks and slippers, yuck. But I love the upgrade. In other words, you upgraded to the white dude. This is what she says to comment what the girl was saying about her past with the dudes with dirty socks and slippers. She says, I mean, the sex was fun. I can't knock it. So compared to her husband, she talking about, you're going to see in the video, she talking about that she was with these dudes 10 years ago. These dudes are still today living rent-free in her head today. And she was talking about in the other video that's coming up that she was with these dudes 10 years ago. But she had so much fun with the sex with those guys. So much fun that she still ain't forgot him, no matter how much sex she has with her own husband. That's diabolical. These hoes disrespectful as fuck, for real. Someone married her? Come on, man. It's always a simp out there. If you get rid of the simps, man, the world will fall apart. You gotta have simps. The girl told her, she said, dirty socks and slides. She only travels, by trains, for real. I got you on that one. I mean, Jim right in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here. He said, what up, Dre? He said, I think a lot of the women skip the lesson about quiet men. The quiet man in the room is the one of the most dangerous, bruh. They do not know. Dangerous men in the room overall. They do not know. We are diabolical. Diabolical. So true. But this is her statement in her own comments. She's going to come on the next video and lie and say that she wasn't talking about herself. I want to say this again. Before we get to it, her part 2 to the Married the Nerd video after it went viral, she comes back and lies and say, I wasn't talking about me. I'm not out there sexing dudes like that. She literally went in her own comments before she made the second video and before it all went viral. She went in her comments. That's why I said I'm bringing receipts, and responded and said, I mean the sex, talking about herself. The sex was fun. I can't knock it.
And then first, to keep it real, I didn't think it was real. Cause the dude posted a screenshot of it and it had different fonts, so I thought it was taken first. But now somebody else screenshotted it and she doubled down on it.
Here we go. So here's her second response. Somebody else responded after she said what she said about sex and dudes. Here's what she said. Hey, it was. In other words, it was fun. The sex was better than my husband. It was more exciting. The response to hers, you really just don't respect your husband at all. And somebody else, Z, says this, I feel bad for your husband. This is before she's making the second video that we're about to watch in a second. These comments about her still missing the sex life that she was enjoying, that's still living rent-free in her head at least, even before she made the second video, people were saying that they feel sad for her husband. Sad.
The problem with D.L. Hughley's daughter whole marry a nerd thing is not inherently the idea of marrying a nerd or marrying a guy who's more into like education or who's more focused on you know what I'm saying, stuff that isn't seen as, I don't know, traditionally masculine. The problem is that when it comes to a lot of these new modern day women, they will pretty much have no expectations and have incredibly low standards for dudes who are self-destructive, nihilistic, egotistical, narcissistic, and all that other BS. But then when the tires are worn out and you've had your fun, you immediately want to go and run to the guy with the 401k and then have your standards high for him. Like, fuck.
No, as a man, I gotta pay these taxes. I gotta start a business. I gotta figure out how to generate income with the business. I gotta get a house. I gotta get some land. Then you just gonna come marry the nerd. I would be single for the rest of my life. Didn't have, bro. Imagine you meeting a woman and she thinks she's marrying the nerd. What does that even? What does that mean? A lot of y'all in this generation, that's probably under like 21, 23, they probably don't use nerd no more. It's probably like, I don't know which burger. But like nerd, the terms that's associated with nerd is the smart guy, the guy that probably had a good guy. Nothing to do with finance or anything. A lot of nerds, they get glitchy and shit like that. But they don't have self-respect when it comes to women.
And I always consider myself what I like to call a hood nerd.
Yeah.
Too hood for the nerds, but you too nerdy for the hood. It's like when you get around like hood folk, you look like them, you dress like them, you talk like them, you sound like them, you look like them. But when they get to going, you like, man, I don't know what y'all need to be talking about. But then you get with like the nerds of the school, it's like zero swag, zero bitches, zero, like your hairline don't exist, my dude. Like,
this was me.
Welcome back to another Media Man review.
You look like them, but when they get to going,
I look like
a lot of nerds, they get glitchy,
talk like them,
and shit like that. But they don't have self-respect when it comes to women.
And
this right here was me. Too hood for the nerd dudes, too nerd for the hood dudes.
I always consider
I was the nerd that was always in a fight. I kid you not. I was always fighting dudes that was trying to fuck with my nerd friends. Because I knew my nerd friends couldn't fight. And so dudes would try to pick on, do that bully bullshit on my nerd friends. And I knew they weren't street like that, but I was. So I didn't play that picking on nerd dudes that I was cool with. You 5'7". I mean, he 5'7". You 17 years old, but you 6'2". So I'm always scuffling. And I rarely got into a fight for me. Most of my fights, because I was ramming for my nerd friends. I ain't had no problem with ramming with somebody. If you try to pick on one of my nerd friends that ain't really did nothing to you. I've had brothers that was jealous of my nerd friends, man, because some of them brothers, the chicks would like the nerd dude. Because some of the nerd dudes were like good dancers in Detroit, or they were creative, or they always had a little bit of paper here, a little paper there, because they had a little job in the mall. So they had a little discount. So the girls would like some of the nerd dudes. But some of these jock dudes I was playing football with would be jealous. Or some of the basketball player dudes, oh, F that dude here, yeah. And so they would try to step to the nerd dude because the chicks like him. I'd be like, man, hey, bro, what you doing? I bet you don't step to me like that. Oh, Dre, no, it ain't like that. Fuck it ain't. How you gonna step to this dude, man? This dude is in the 10th grade. You in the 12th grade. Sit your old ass down somewhere. You about to be out of this school in a minute anyway. Aren't you? You do plan on graduating, don't you? Don't make me call your mama about your grades. I used to hate that, man. Kid you not. Don't be bullying on people, man, that you know can't bully back just because you mad because the chicks like them. And I knew what it was. Every time I knew what it was. Them dudes would wait until the females were around, the cute girls were around, and try to embarrass the nerd dudes. But I was the embarrasser too. I knew how to crack jokes and I knew how to throw them things. I didn't care if I won or lost. That's what the thing that they didn't like about me as a nerd. I didn't care if I won the fight because I wasn't expecting to win them all. I didn't care if I lost the fight because I wasn't expecting to lose them all. And plus, I was a popular dude. So I was a nerd, like I said, like this dude said, I was too nerdy for the hood dudes, but I was too hood to be 100% nerd. Like I played football, but at the same time, I'm collecting stamps with my nerd friends, U.S. postage stamps. And, you know, I got one of my friends had a locomotive train set at home. We in high school. I'm enjoying a locomotive train set. And these guys got girls that like them, my nerdy friends. But the dudes on the football team used to be trying to get mad, man. I be like, man, fuck y'all, man. You know, I was an oil painter. So I did oil, acrylics. I did mural designs all over Detroit. I was getting hired at 16, 17 years old to do murals. So I was always with the artsy nerds. The ones that could make music, the one that could play instruments. So I was always with the artsy nerds dudes, the ones that could dance, males and females. But my football dudes and the basketball dudes used to be hating. Man, y'all some fucking haters, man. Fuck y'all. And the horse y'all rode in on. Oh, Dre, man, you tripping. Damn right I'm tripping, man. That dude is in the 10th grade. How the fuck y'all trying to fuck his mind up for the rest of his life because y'all can't get that pussy? Man, I used to hate, you could hear in my tone as if I'm having a flashback right now. I used to hate that shit, man. I'm not one down for bullies, man. I am not one for them dudes that try to step to dudes that you know that 99% that you go win the fight. That dude, you know, ain't gonna scuffle for real. You know he gonna run. Why you up there trying to, oh, cause these bitches here? Man, fuck these hoes. I told myself I want to go cuss tonight too. I was doing pretty good. He said, so basically, Dre, you were a new breed, 50-50. Yeah, 1/3 nerd, bruh. I had a t-shirt brand out. My Uncle Jeffrey can tell you, I had the t-shirt brand out for years, man, called 1/3 nerd. Thinking about bringing it back. Yep. Yep, right in the middle. Yeah, I was kind of like in the middle. Yeah, I was the hybrid. Yeah. Let's go back to the video. Shout out to all 70 in the building. Make sure you click the like button, gentlemen. Appreciate you.
Consider myself what I like to call a hood nerd.
Yeah.
Too hood for the nerds, but you too nerdy for the hood. I don't, it's like when you get around like hood folk, you look like them, you dress like them, you talk like them, you sound like them, you look like them. But when they get to going, you like, man, I don't know what y'all need to be talking about. But then you get with like the nerds of the school, it's like zero swag, zero bitches, zero, like your hairline don't exist, my dude. Like,
welcome back to another Media Man review. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate the support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hype. It's right down there. Go ahead and click it so your boy can get into that algorithm. So I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen the video of Ryan Shepherd, the woman who went viral for telling women to date the nerd, right?
Shout out to Media Man. Make sure you guys have subscribed to his channel.
My job is to help men stay away from women like this.
You know, back when I was still having sex with men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, you know the ones. I wish I could tell me then that I'd be married to like a whole ass pediatrician sitting outside in our backyard by the fire he built me drinking an old fashioned, waiting for him to come downstairs to join me because he's putting our kids to bed. Marry the nerd.
So let's stop right there because this is exactly what men are reacting to, and for good reason. One type of man got access early, no standards, no long-term expectations, nothing. The other type of man, the so-called nerd, expected to come in, build, provide, and commit. That's the issue. Not her marriage, not the happiness that she's built with her husband, I guess, but the issue is the structure. Because what's being communicated on social media is that one man gets the fun and another man gets the responsibility of your bad decisions or your poor decisions when you were younger. Then the second man is supposed to come in and feel like he won some sort of prize. That's what men are rejecting.
Every happily married woman I know is a man eater. Like, we hold the bulls in our hands. We hate men. We can't stand them. Why are you?
She said every married woman that she knows is a man eater. But y'all want to marry these chicks in the States. So y'all still believe that these FBA, foundational Black American women, they care about y'all. This woman just said every woman that she know that's married is a man eater. Can't stand men, can't stand their husbands. That's not crazy. Oh no, Zeta. No. That's the new norm. That's the new norm, gentlemen, in the United States. Embrace it. Find out what you can do with it. But that's your new norm. I'll say that again. That is your new norm. You want to stay in the States? You think those of us who got passports are crazy? You think we don't know what we're talking about when it comes to save yourself, SYSBM, save yourself, black man? You think that what Kevin Samuels was saying was just entertaining? Cool. You think you can beat the odds of almost 60% divorce rate in the United States among women who are 80% overweight and or obese? You can beat the odds. Go for it. If these women telling y'all to y'all face they can't stand y'all, but they just marrying y'all for the stability. They are, at least women in other countries, we know gonna marry us for the stability. But at least they care about us. Now, I'm not talking about in every and all instance, but they do not talk to us and treat us the way that, okay, here we go. Here we go. When was the last time you saw a foreign chick? Because we see a lot of these foreign chicks that speak English go online. So let's not go to TikTok, go to Instagram, all these women that are foreign, but they can speak English, right? So we can't act and pretend that it doesn't happen, what I'm about to say. How come no video has surfaced yet when a foreign woman says, girl, you need to marry you a foreigner. He'll take care of you. He'll do this, girl. He'll take care of your kids. You need to marry. Soon as them Americans come, girl, you need to get you an American. Marry you a foreigner. Have we seen that video yet? Oh, we ain't? Not once. All these dudes that's in solidified relationships with girlfriends and lady friends and wives, all of us, we haven't seen one video, whether it be in their language or in our language, English, of any of these women going viral. Talk about marry a foreign man. Girl, they stupid. Marry you a foreign man. Why? Because for the most part, except for the scammers and the beautiful bottom feeder ones, most women in other countries come from a family dynamic anyway. They look at you as being part of a bigger picture. It's all about the family. It's not about the individual, such as this lady. That's why you will not see any videos in Spanish, in Portuguese, in English, whatever it is, of a woman saying, marry foreigners, they're so stupid, girl. But you will see plenty of them in the States saying, marry the church dude, marry the nerd. That's the sad part. That's what I meant, Zeta, by this is the new norm. Don't be surprised now. He say, not for me. I have a passport. I do not want to be with these 304s, fake believers, man, hating chicks. Absolutely correct. Chris says this. Shout out to Chris in the building. He said, I was a safety net, but never again in the States or anywhere. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And Black Nubian says this. Shout out to Black Nubian again. He said that kind of energy is the norm from these women. Absolutely correct.
Speaking, why are you talking? Happily married. So, get meaner. That's my advice. Get meaner. Be a horrible.
You know what gets me about this? I'm sorry for stopping. I'm going to bring it back. You know what gets me about these type of women? They know who to marry. These women are not dumb. Forget the marry the nerd part for a second. These women know that they have married men that will allow them to be able to go on social media and say anything that they want. Okay. My wife has been on social media with me and she has her own channel, right? Have you guys had ever where we were on a live stream together or her separately ever said anything to tarnish my name or image? Never. Why? Because she knew who she was marrying and her husband wouldn't tolerate that. And I knew who I was marrying. A woman who would never do that to me. Embarrass me on a global scale. Like this woman is doing to her husband. These women are not dumb. They know that they're marrying men that will allow them to go on social media and open up their mouths and say anything. Just like the woman a couple weeks ago that we looked at who went viral for saying, I never cook anything for my husband. I only make a meal for myself and my kids. I don't cook. I don't wash my husband's clothes. I only wash clothes for me and my kids. These women know what type of men that they've married to where they can go on social media and embarrass these men on a global scale. In 7 years of social media, Andrea has never come close to talking like that about me or you guys that travel. Even the local men, Andrea don't come after with commentary. Why? Because I knew what type of person I married and she knew what type of person she married, and I wouldn't tolerate any type of behavior like that. And she wouldn't tolerate it for me. You don't see me coming on here burning my wife's bridges, telling her business, making her look less than. That's why FBA, come get your woman right here. FBA, this your woman? Come get her. FBA, Foundational Black Americans, come get your woman, please. Your queen to be. Shout out to my brother Zay. Zay says this. He said, I wonder why the women in the States are so degenerate, like, but not women in other countries are like other women in other countries are not. I don't get. like as I mentioned before, I get it. As I mentioned before, Zay, it's that us for no more mentality. If you've never heard the term us for no more means it's about me and the people in my vicinity. You know, me and my kids, us for no more. Or just a woman could be by herself, single, her and her dog, us for no more. It just means whoever's in the four walls of our house, and that's how we are as Americans, all we think about is us for no more. We really don't think communal. We say we have communities, but we don't think communal. As we've all learned through traveling, many of these countries think communal. They don't think like us for no more. And so they know that if they say certain things and it goes viral globally, it can impact the family. Now, from being on Latin TikTok over the last few years, believe you me, Latino women talk just like sisters do in many cases. So if you think they don't talk like this in Latin TikTok, they do. But here's the kicker. Most of the time it's not somebody's wife disrespecting him on Latin TikTok like American TikTok, like Black TikTok. Just so disrespectful. This is just blatant. I don't care. And she's making video after video after video about it. That's the crazy part. Let's continue on, gentlemen.
Ursula, down dog, man hating bitch. If you want to be happily married, I don't know what to tell you. That's all I got. Like, I'm at home, unpacking a Costco haul, doing nothing really. So that's my little advice to you.
And again, this part right here tells you everything you need to know about her mindset. She's telling women to hate men, be meaner. That's not a joke. And I want the Black community to understand that. This is not a joke. That's how she actually thinks, and that's how she's teaching other women.
What I'm about to say is probably going to hurt a few men's feelings, and that's okay. That's all right. They're all right. When I was a kid, my dad used to say, grown men don't dance. When I would ask him why he doesn't dance, like at parties and stuff, he said, I never learned how to dance. I was too busy working. I think that same thing applies to social media.
That's the stupidest shit that you ever hear. Grown men don't dance. When do we learn to dance, gentlemen? Let's say that the scenario of grown men don't dance. Let's say that's true. Grown responsible men don't dance. Let's say that's true. She said her dad never learned to dance. In the Black community, when did we start dancing? 5, 7, 3, 9, 12. We were dancing 15, 19, right? Long before grown man years, in other words, right? So that theory that her dad never danced because he was so busy making money, what, at 7? 9? 13. Your dad ain't learned to dance because his ass just didn't learn to dance. In the Black community, he had plenty of opportunity to learn, but he just didn't. But to sit up there and talk about some grown men don't, get the fuck out of here. Okay. Damn near every James Bond movie, every Mission Impossible movie, they're always on the ballroom scene for the spy, isn't it? They're in Morocco at the ballroom. And what is James Bond doing with the bitch? Dancing. Ballroom dancing. What did all the emperors and rulers of Europe do? Dancing. What if black people in Africa, the kings and emperors, do? Dancing. So one Negro told his daughter that men of responsibility don't dance. And she believed that bullshit. Being from a black community. Man, y'all can't make this shit up. I believe it's a lie too. That's a lie. D.L. Hughley more than likely was dancing on Earth when fire Prince James Brown, just like the rest of us. She just throwing her daddy under the bus just to make a point. Just to make a point, just to hurt. Actually, her point is just to hurt men. That's how hurt this woman is. A married woman that just said on her other video we just watched, most married women she know hate men. She just said in the other video we just watched that the ladies hold their men's balls, control the men. And then she just came back on this video right here and said, this video is going to hurt some men. My daddy said. I told you I'm bringing receipts tonight.
Men who are gainfully employed are not in women's comments writing weird shit. Like, I feel sorry for your husband. My wife would never. You don't have a wife. You work at Metro PC. You don't even.
You see how these women do? Man, thank God for Kevin Samuels. Thank God. Yep, she sounds like misandry. Absolutely correct, D-Pain. Kevin Samuels said, they will come with the shame. They will come with the insults. They will come with the guilt, and they will come with the need to be right when they feel backed into a corner. It feels so good that we as men now, because of Kevin, could recognize these sinister symptoms every time we hear it. It used to be when men heard women talk like this, we'd be offended. Like, how the fuck you talk that bitch? Now men like, wait a minute. Man, she's just trying to shame somebody. Well, pause, wait a minute. Oh, that's an insult. She trying to make me feel guilty. Why you with the white woman? She trying to make you feel guilty. Oh, wait a minute. What'd she just say? Oh, she'll say anything just so she can be right. We don't even hear what they talking about no more. We don't even get upset when they talking because we recognize it's either shame, insult, guilt, or the need to be right. And then sometimes like this young lady here, she just gives you a montage of stupidity.
Have health insurance. You don't have a wife. Get off the internet. Go be a man.
She doesn't address a point at all. She simply attacks men. And as a black man, we're used to this type of rhetoric. I'm pretty sure you guys know Kevin Samuels' famous acronym, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. What does she say? You're broke. You don't have a wife. But this is what happens when someone can't defend their behavior. They go straight to insults. But a man's income does not change the truth of what was said. Calling a man broke doesn't make the pattern disappear. It just exposes that she actually doesn't have a real argument.
A couple of days ago, I accidentally went viral for a video I did last week.
So this is her third video that we're watching. The one on the corner of the screen. The video we just watched with her insulting men. And now Here's her reaction. While her husband is hard at work doing what he needs to do, she's at home making TikTok videos about other men. I wish I would come home and find out Andrea has been online arguing with men. We don't even argue in this house. I'll say that again. I wish I would come home from work. Long day. And I find out that Andrea been arguing with men on social media in the thousands. And then I find out she's been arguing with you guys about me. Bruh. Let's put it like this. You would never have to worry about seeing Andrea again on social media. Bet that. You can bet that. That one you can bet. That one, that night. You ain't never got to worry about that. And Andrea know how I am. You ain't never got to worry about that one again. I wish the fuck I would while I'm at work. She just going back and forth with y'all in comments, back and forth with y'all with videos. Y'all say something, she says, this is supposed to be my wife. Focused on me. You supposed to have your ass doing something for us as a family. Don't the kids got homework to do? Ain't you supposed to be doing homework? Don't you got some cleaning to do? Cooking to do? Don't something around the house need to be cleaned? You said you took one Costco trip, take another one, damn it. I wish the hell I would find out that your ass was on social media cat-catting and arguing with men, especially if we are a household that we don't argue. That's one of the reasons why you won't see me on too many panels with women on there. Because, and I mean this, because to see me go back and forth with women that ain't my wife, in the volume gets higher, and me and my wife don't argue, I'll be thinking to myself like, bitch, I ain't arguing with my wife in 3 years. How the fuck I'm arguing with you in 3 minutes? That's one of the number one reasons why I do not do panels, especially if there's ladies on there that can't control their emotions. Not all women, not all panels. But if I go on a panel and I see that they all off base with the subject matter and the main topic is this and they are over there talking, I'm out. I'm not about to argue with a woman that ain't even my wife, and we don't argue. This is so messed up. Shout out to my brother Rico in the building, as well as my brother IMF. He says this, West Coast Keisha, whenever they never look straight at the camera. That's true. Their eyes always look up as if to look down on the people they are talking about. True Keisha sociopath or sociopath. Female I don't know who, Patrick Bateman. Just sad, man. Just sad. Shout out to J. Cool in the building. He said, that's the sisters for you. I couldn't have put it any better than that, brother. I couldn't have put it any better than that. You guys are 1000% correct. Let's continue on, gentlemen.
Telling women to marry a nerd. I also made the cardinal mistake of admitting to having sex before I met my husband.
No, bitch. That fell on my face. I didn't mean to call her a bitch, but hey, bitch, you don't care nothing about your husband? Why should we? No. I made the cardinal mistake of saying that I had sex before marriage. Ain't nobody tripping on you having sex before marriage. You know, see, this is what gets me about these women back in the States. They love playing stupid because they are stupid. They love to play stupid because they are stupid. This chick sat up here and said, I made the carnal mistake of saying I had sex before marriage. No, bitch. We talking about who you had sex with, who you let run through you, who you said let run through you. Run through you. We already looked at her in the comments. For you guys that weren't here, we looked at her reactions in her comments. She said that having sex with the dude with the tube tops and the flip flops, not the tube top, but the tube socks and the flip flops. She said that it was fun. She wrote that in her comments, in her own comment section. We just looked at it. So it's not about her having sex. Everybody's had sex before marriage for the most part in the United States. It's who you've had sex with. The fact that these guys didn't have to go the extra mile to have sex with you. And then you married the simp after you got ran through and your hair pulled. Can you imagine how many times the thug dude was pulling the hair, pulling them curls from the back? Making her cry and scream at the same time. Making her cry and scream at the same time. Her nerd dude ain't make her cry and scream no more. She ain't screaming no more for that nerd dude. Yep, they the dumb. This is dumb. This is stupid. They ain't dumb, but they stupid. Absolutely correct. Let's continue on, gentlemen.
I'm guilty of the exact same thing their mother is, having sex. I'm not guilty.
That bitch is lying.
Of having sex with a dumbass. That's.
Wait a minute. So you telling me that the dudes that you had sex with were smart dudes in Adidas dirty socks with the flip-flops? Those were geniuses. Because she not only made, think about it, guys. We looked at this tonight. That's why I emphasized on don't forget certain things. We looked at her original video that she said about marrying a nerd. We looked at her next video when she said most married women that she know hates men. Married women that she knows, including herself, hates men. We looked, for you guys that weren't here earlier, we looked at the receipt of her responding to a lady in her comments that said, so you like dirty dudes? Dudes with dirty socks and flip-flops? Her response, for you guys that weren't here, in her own comments, in her own words, sex with those guys were so much fun. She said this. So now she's going to lie to you guys for the next few minutes. I'm going to let this lie ride, but I just want to lay a foundation. Now listen to this lie.
It's true, but still. You know, back when I was still having sex with men who wore Adidas slides and nerd, I also made the cardinal mistake of admitting to having sex before I met my husband. I'm guilty of the exact same thing their mother is, having sex. I'm not guilty of having sex with a dumbass. That's true, but still. You know, back when I was still having sex with men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, in my video, all I was trying to do was tell women to not have sex with the type of men who produced the dudes in my comments. And men from all across the internet are making think pieces about it.
Hey, y'all knew this was coming, man. Now she trying to church it up. I just said marry a nerd. Nah, that's not all you said. You gave context and you gave a comparison. You made it very clear what type of men were good enough for sex, but they didn't even get commitment. You said dirty socks and Adidas slides. That is very specific. You told everybody what type of men were reserved for commitment. You said nerd, and you described your husband, and he's sitting there enjoying his time putting the kids to sleep while you out there sipping an old fashioned by the fireplace that he built, and he don't even know that you talking crazy about him. You don't see it like that, but men see it like that. He may not even see it like that, but I'm glad that you said this publicly so we can educate other young men, particular black men, to stay away from women like this.
You know, I'm a slut, I'm a skank, I got trains run on me, my husband was my last option, I settled, he settled, may this love never find me, that kind of thing. And before I met my husband, I used to eat men like that, like the ones in my comments, alive for funsies. And I know the joke, oh, you used to swallow data. Oh, God, make better jokes. You guys have been telling the same fucking jokes since like the Salem witch trial. Like, you know in The Wizard of Oz when the lion tries to scare Dorothy and she like goes like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm actually like, I just need some courage. Like a lot of you are just trying to figure out how to be a man. And that's how it comes through. Like, you're really that mad that you took time out from your job at Publix to do a 45-second think piece on a married woman talking to other women. I don't see the masculinity.
Oh, here we shame. Once again, insults, guilt, need to be right. These women are so predictable now. Now that you have the boxes to put them in when they're talking, you could just see it. Oh, that's shame. Oh, that's an insult. Oh, she wants me to feel guilty. Oh, she just talking because she need to be right. You could just see it. And the only reason why, absolutely. Good call, Esco. Absolutely correct. She triggered. That's why she's making these videos back to back to back. If this woman did not care about what men had to say, she would have moved on to the next topic. She would not be talking now. She would have gone to the next topic by now. But because she is triggered, she's going to keep on making videos. Absolutely correct.
In it. A lot of you glitch when you hear that a woman has had sex before she met you because you know that you could never measure up in real life. All that practice you've had in your room in the dark with the flashlight, you know the thing with the vagina on the end, but it looks like a nightlight. You already know that you would never measure up in real life, and a woman who has had sex with a human would know that. Which is why a woman having sex before she met you scares the shit out of you because you know you're cooked.
Here comes the shaming tactics. If you disagree, you're insecure. If you speak up, you can't measure up. Listen carefully, ladies. Men are not upset because they're competing with her past. Men are rejecting the role she's assigning to their future. That's the difference.
I saw this study the other day that said 50% of you have never even asked a woman out in real life.
Some of the primary fears are basically social rejection and consequences. There were some differences where individuals higher in risk aversion might fear more legal consequences as well, like some kind of report to HR, the police, or even something like that. But it tends to be mostly kind of a fear of like loss of reputation.
Yeah. And these guys are talking about why men don't approach women anymore. There's a method to the madness why men don't approach women anymore.
Well, I suppose, we have a basis for this ancestrally that...
Guys, 50% of you have never even grown the cajones it requires to walk your little ass across the street and ask a woman you think is attractive for her number. And you're in my comments trying to flame me for dating 10 years ago.
Oh, she's saying that it was
baby.
Years ago.
It's giving you're a virgin who can't drive. I use the euphemism. Look it up.
She's not using euphemisms. Euphemism is a term. Okay. Instead of calling somebody a hoe, we call them 304. That's a euphemism. Instead of calling somebody desperate, we call them a simp. That's a euphemism. Euphemism means taking a term that might seem harsher if you say it direct to them, like saying hoe, and toning it down by saying 304. That's a euphemism. When she did that video, she didn't tone down that she was getting smashed by dudes with dirty socks and flip-flops, did she? She didn't tone it down. So for her to sit back and say, I was just using a euphemism, it wasn't really me having sex out there. But let's talk about what she was talking about. Let's add this to the screen. We're going to take this down for a second. Let's talk about what she was talking about. Y'all know me. I like some good old-fashioned receipts anyway. Let's blow this up for a second. I want you guys to see this anyway. Here we go. This is an article. 45% of young men. This is the article that she was talking about. 45% of young men have never asked someone out. Why? And it says that, interestingly enough, that 75% of women in the same age range of 18 to 25, we're talking about young people. We're not talking about people her age as like she's trying to sell it. I'll say this again. We're not talking about people her or my or you guys' age the way she just tried to sell it. We're talking about young people between 18 to 25 years old. Young men. But then you have 45% of men who literally have never approached a woman or asked her out. Remember the age range, 18 to 25 have never done that. And then I'm going to drop, I'm going to drop the link for the whole article for you guys to read this. So you guys can read and see all the details in regards to the whys. But I just wanted you guys to see that this woman was trying to sell it as if the adult men in her comments are a part of that 50%. But I'm going to say this again. So I just dropped the link to that article, but I'm going to word it like this. So what? So what 50% of younger men and a lot of older men aren't wasting their time anymore? So what? 50% of y'all at home. So what? So what? Don't, guys, remember I said shame, insults, guilt need to be right? Remember Kevin said that? Did she not try to use statistics to shame you? Make you feel guilty for not walking up to women? Made it seem like it was an insult because she needed to be right? I got an episode coming out called The 90s Beauty. Out of all the eras, from 1900, 1910, 50s, 60s, 30s, Black women were most beautiful in the 90s. I've looked at all the eras. The most beautiful time for Black women, 70s, 90s. Not taking anything away from the 80s, not taking anything away from the 60s, and so forth. But the era where we had the most flawless beauty and the best attitudes of Black women, 70s and 90s. They weren't just beautiful on the outside, they were beautiful on the inside. They were worth the approach. That's what my point is. I'll say this again. They were worth the approach. They were worth, if she's going to tell me no, I don't care. If she catch me looking back at her butt when she walks past me, I don't care. If she's my homeboy's sister, I don't care. They were worth it back then. Women don't realize the reason why many of us don't approach. Some guys don't want to deal with the rejection of somebody that's not even worth it. If statistically 70% of Black women are either obese or overweight, just on the physical side, let's not talk about attitude yet, compared to the 90s, is it worth it compared to the 90s? Would you really want to walk up on a big bitch to be rejected compared to back in the 90s when the chick had the pineapple haircut or the Halle Berry or the Toni Braxton pixie cut? Is it worth it to have a fat chick in Walmart tell you, nah, I'm gay or I got a man? Is it worth walking up on her? Because as this Libra, if I put it on a scale and look at the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, you ain't walking up no, hey fellas, y'all ain't got that many Aaliyahs in the States no more. Them days are gone. You ain't got that many Toni Braxtons walking around. You ain't got that many T-Bozes and Left Eye and Chilies walking around. Ain't no In Vogues walking around the United States like it used to be. I'm gonna tell you something. If I was a Gen Zer, a Zoomer, if you will, a Zoomer, that's the other name they call Gen Z, Zoomers, like the new name for boomers, Zoomers. If I was Gen Z, I'd be playing all the goddamn video games too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like Austin Holloman. I have my passport too. I ain't gonna even lie. In my early 20s, I'd be like Austin out there making a few mistakes, but then eventually I'm gonna be like Austin and get it right. I ain't gonna even lie. I won't even lie. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be in a country full of fat ass sisters and you mad at me because I don't walk up on y'all. We're not even talking about them attitudes. I'm not even talking about the mouth yet. I'm just talking about when I look across the street and I'm not seeing nothing but big bitches. And I'm supposed to walk across the street and expect rejection. How much money you make from a big chick? Let's say she ain't big. Let's say she's Slim Goody. But you got to worry about them big ass eyelashes and that fake baby hair. That's what they want you to walk up on. The eyelashes and the fake baby hair. That's what they want you to walk up on. I'm going to tell you something. If I was Gen Z, I would be sitting my ass down making my money too. I would be online just like all these young men making my money too. I would be just like Austin, get myself on track and get the fuck out the United States too. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bruh. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I would do the exact same thing. If I was a Zoomer, they'd be like, Andre, you didn't talk to some pussy this year? Not in this country. Damn, dog, you ain't fucking none of these bitches? None of them. You ain't walked up on none of your coworkers? Man, fuck my coworkers. Them bitches try to get me fired in HR. Fuck that. You used to be able to walk up on a chick at work and say something. You can't do that shit no more. Them bitches try to get you fired out of spite. Out of spite. So I say to the women right now, for the men between the age of 18 and 25 that she was trying to act like it was us older men that ain't that ain't getting no love or approaching women. And I'm gonna tell you something as an older man. Y'all ready? I wouldn't be approaching them big old bitches either. If you're a younger man, you got a pool of mouthy attitude, dangerous, always fighting, black and mild, weed smoking bitches to choose from. If you're an older dude, you got a whole pool of bitter bitches with a bunch of baby daddies to deal with. Man, even if I was still in the States, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I would just focus on my money, probably find one bitch, two bitches to fuck, come over to my house every once in a while, bitch. And that's it. I ain't asking no, fuck getting married, fuck no serious relationship, fuck dating. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'll be busy stacking my money. I'll be watching my anime, Afro Samurai reruns and shit, old school Kung Fu. I'll be volunteering in the community to do this, volunteering to do that. But man, burning my time, even my gas for what y'all got, and y'all got to deal with in the States. If I was in the States, I wouldn't holler at none of them old bitches, and I would not holler at none of them fat, ignorant ass young chicks either. I don't blame men for not talking to them bitches. Andre, when was the last time you walked up on a chick? I would have been like, shit, last year? If I bullshit you not, if I was a dude in the States, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if I lived in that ragged ass country with them ragged ass bitches, I would not walk up on nobody either. I'd be a part of that 30%. I'd be a part of that 50%, that 45% with pride. And the only time I walk up on a chick, if I'm using my passport. We got some baddies in America. They ain't worth it. The juice ain't worth the squeeze anymore. Even the ones that look good, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Why? Because that same bad motherfucker that's making 6 figures is getting fucked by dudes in dirty socks and flip-flops. And since you are not a dirty socks and flip-flops type dude, they expect you to take them to the motherfucking Ruth Chris. Man, I'll be sitting back, stacking my money, investing in shit, and watching Trump on TV make a goddamn fool of himself. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing my fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy baseball. Motherfucker, I put a puzzle together. I give me a 1,000,000-piece puzzle and put it together before I deal with them ragged ass women that y'all got in the United States. Be like, Dre, what you doing, dawg? I'm putting together a 1,000,000-piece puzzle. By the time I get done, that'd be the next time I holler at one of them ragged ass hoes in the United States. Every time I see y'all get married to one, I'll be thinking to myself, sucker. Why? Because you got a 60% chance that within 5 years in the United States, because the average marriage in the United States lasts between 3 to 5 years. The average marriage, 3 to 5 years, not 15 years, not 25 years. The average marriage in the United States lasts between 3 to 5 years, not even up to 7. So in that 3 to 5 years, she gonna plot and take your shit. So every time I see y'all jump the broom, I be like looking at y'all like some fucking suckers. This is not the United States that I had when I was living there, when my mom was alive, when our uncles was there. This new generation of 18-year-olds and 25-year-olds got to deal with them crazy ass women that's on social media, that's running into liquor stores, stealing all the liquor and running out. These young men at 18 to 25 in the United States got to deal with the women that's in Houston, in Atlanta, and other cities that HIV and all type of STDs are at a record number. You want your 18-year-old son to walk up to these old nasty heifers? Ain't no fucking way. If I'm walking through this, bruh, if I was 18 years old and I was a virgin, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I don't care if I was a 25-year-old virgin, I will be walking through the United States like motherfucking John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever with a white suit on, cool than a motherfucker. While the rest of y'all get diseases and be the 5th baby daddy. Can't no bitch say she got me. I'll be stacking my money and I give my virginity away once I leave the country. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Can't none of y'all convince me. None of y'all convince me about how the world of the United States is looking right now, black or white. Can't none of y'all convince me that it's worth getting married in a country where you know your ass got a, I don't care what culture you are, you got a 60% chance that bitch gonna leave you and take your shit. It's just as many white dudes that's crying over their kids being taken as it is black dudes and Latin dudes and Asian dudes in the United States crying about their kids being taken. Ain't none of y'all safe in that motherfucker. I don't know why y'all try to pretend like not my marriage, motherfucker, please. And do not forget, all you dudes that made it past 7 years, 36% of all divorces that take place in the United States are over the age of 50. So that bitch just hanging around on your ass until you pay the house off, the 2 cars off, pay for the kids' college, get them kids out, and as soon as them kids leave that house, she is filing for divorce and getting half of whatever your ass done saved up over the last 30 years of marrying her or 15 years of being married to her. So don't think because your ass done got old and she done got old with your ass, she won't divorce you. That 36% is a large amount, ain't it? 36% of all divorces in the United States is all y'all asses that's over 50. Your wife over 50, your ass over 50, and she is leaving your ass. That's why I'm so glad I'm not in that ragged ass motherfucker. And if I was still there, I wouldn't holler at nobody either if I was a younger man or an older man. So once again, where's the fucking shame? Where's the shame? The only reason y'all fuck with women in the United States, can I be real? Because y'all get horny. Y'all don't fuck with women in the United States because of their personality. Because they spend money with you and on you. Not as a norm. Because they know how to be faithful. Not anymore. Because they're disease free. Not anymore. Y'all fuck with women in the United States because of geographical convenience. She's in the same state, in the same city, and she doesn't stay no more than 15, 20 miles, maybe a half an hour away. I can drive to her house and I can fuck her. If you had to fly to get to an American woman, y'all know y'all motherfuckers would not get on that plane. If you lived in another country and you had a visa and all you had to do was get on a plane and you can get to that same coochie that you fucking that's down the street from your house, I bet your ass wouldn't get on that plane and fly to get that pussy. The only reason y'all sitting up there fucking them American women is because of geographical convenience. Okay, none of y'all tell me otherwise. I love my wife. Would your ass have flown to another country for your wife? All you Negroes that's been married 10 years, would you have flown from another country to meet your wife? Fuck no. You would have flown from from Europe, from UK to meet your wife in America. Fuck no, you wouldn't have flown from Mexico. You wouldn't have flown from fucking Canada to meet her ass. The only reason y'all met y'all wives is because of geographical convenience. She was a co-worker. She was your co-worker's sister. Y'all was in the same church. Y'all went to the same height. Convenience. But as much as you love your wife, see, I flew back and forth for mine. Ronan Travelers, his girl. Aaron Passport Bros, he's in this country, that country, but he had his girl in the Philippines. I mean, in Thailand, shout out to them. A lot of us put some miles in for the woman that we in love with. Ain't nobody putting no miles in for them fucking American women. I don't care what race. Ain't nobody flying to fucking America for them chicks. Nobody. 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 Biden could have opened up the gates and said, anybody that come to America and marry our bitches, you can get a visa. Ain't nobody crossing that border. Homeless motherfuckers wasn't crossing that border marrying American women. You caught that? Did you ever notice how many foreign men came across that border during the Biden administration in the millions, and yet they asses didn't marry damn near no American women to stay in the country? Hey, ma, I got a wife. I got a wife here. Nobody was marrying American women in masses, and you had over 11 million immigrants, and not all of them was married. And most of them dudes was like, I ain't marrying these raggedy American ass bitches. I'd rather be homeless back in Mexico or Panama or motherfucking Venezuela before I marry an American ass woman. Half the women on 90 Day Fiance, them dudes don't hang around for. Remember the one from Atlanta, the US baddie? I think she was a doctor or something, and she went to DR and she married the Dominican chick, Dominican dude. Remember that 90 Day Fiance? Did not that Dominican dude leave that bitch? You know why? Because ain't nobody flying to our country for our women. Everybody flying every other country to get a wife. Switzerland, Sweden, Austria, Poland, back in the day, Ukraine. People flying everywhere. South Africa, Morocco, Ethiopia to get a wife. Philippines, Malaysia, Cambodia to get a wife. Motherfucking Chinese are flying to Korea, and the Koreans are flying to Japan. Brazilians flying to goddamn Colombia. Colombia flying to Peru to get a wife. Ain't nobody flying to our shit. Nobody. Don't nobody in masses fuck with American women. And why should they? Why should they? You can put that one in the comments. Why should they? All you married dudes, all you dudes that got a girlfriend in the States right now, that's listen to me right now. Why the fuck should a foreigner get on a plane to marry or date the women in your country, America, that if your ass had to fly to get with your wife that you got today or your girlfriend that you have today, your ass wouldn't have got on the plane. So why should a foreign dude do it? Put that in the comments. I dare you. I want to hear this one. Your ass wouldn't have flew to get your wife. How long you been married? 7 years? If your ass had to fly to get the wife that you've been married to for 7 years, you wouldn't have got on the goddamn plane if the ticket was free. You wouldn't have got on the plane if the ticket was free. I sit back and I see the hell that y'all go through with American women. I am not surprised why young men in the 50 percentile between 18 to 25 have not ever approached a woman. Now ask these dudes, are they making money or are they in college? Most of them are in college or making money somehow. Ask these young men, do they have a peace of mind other than sex? Most of them have a peace of mind other than fucking a bitch. These young men have said, I am not Generation X and I'm not a baby boomer. I'm not going to just be dealing with my generation just because I got to deal with my generation. The generation of us Zoomers, our women are trash. At least Generation Z admitting that their women are trash by not saying nothing to them. These are the generation of men that's not showing up to the speed dating events. They're getting off of the dating apps. You 25, you should be on the dating apps, shouldn't you? These men ain't showing up to the dating apps no more. Fuck them dating apps. Fuck them speed datings. No, I ain't asking nobody to no prom. Fuck that. And they still living life. They still living life. Let's see if Alchemist got an answer for him. What you got to say, Alchemist? He said, let's help him out. Real quick. Got the answer. For real. Fuck them, pop the balloons. Man, I'll pop a balloon on one of them bitches' eyelash. Them sharp ass eyelashes. I'll pop a balloon on them eyelashes. Hell yeah, man. And I'm not hating. For all you guys to think Andre must have got hurt back in the day. I had great relationships in the States. I had one crazy person back in the day, but everybody else, wonderful. And I will still tell you, even with wonderful women, and I mean this, I wouldn't have got on a plane to get to their asses. As wonderful as the women were that I had, and some of you guys can relate to me, when you just, for the most part, just had some good women in your life. Attractive, wonderful demeanors, very ladylike. I wouldn't have got on a plane to meet my ex-wife. I wouldn't have got on a plane to meet none of y'all. It ain't a woman in America that I would have hopped. Think about the baddest motherfucker in the States that you could think of. I don't care if she's an actor or actress, whatever. I wouldn't have got on a plane for none of them bitches. Your favorite one, your Jessica Alba or whatever your favorite person in your mind is. I wouldn't have got my ass on a plane and flew if I was living in the Philippines and flew to the Philippines to America for the baddest motherfucker. Too many strings come along with that, player. So for all you dudes that want to get married in the United States, you ain't going nowhere, you a bigger man than me. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. And I mean that one. Ain't no fucking way I get married in the United States. Not this level. And this is why these young men and older men are just keeping to themselves. So while this sister tried to mock men for keeping to themselves, men going through a loneliness epidemic. Hey, fellas, you wonder why? I'm going to tell you something. If I didn't have my own life prior to leaving the United States, I'd probably be going through loneliness too, because ain't none of them bitches worth it. I'm going to say that again. I'd probably be going through loneliness too, because ain't none of them bitches worth it. They got y'all here. So I'm going to tell you a true story. True story. Shout out to this brother. I got a message from a good brother. Did a consultation with him. He came out to Colombia. Was out here for quite a while. Had a great time, right? He sent me a message yesterday. This is how fucked up American women can have men. He said, Andre, I'm heading back to the States. Being out here in the world, I can't do it. Women look at me like I'm ugly, like I'm not attractive. So I'm going to go back to the States and just be with just regular American women. Thank you for everything. And if I have any questions or anything, I'll reach out to you. This brother was nowhere near ugly. Nowhere near the word ugly. He didn't have like one giant nostril. I'm talking, this brother was nowhere near the word. When you see, if I showed you this brother, nothing about him says ugly. Good dude. But because the women in America have fucked his head up so much with their egos and they weave, he's just a soft-spoken type of dude. And I'm talking about like shy dude. He's kind of like my Uncle Jeffrey, one of them cool, quiet type dudes, or kind of like Zay. Zay kind of like one of them cool, quiet dudes. They don't say much. Like I said, in my family, everybody's laid back but me. I'm the big mouth dude in the family, right? Everybody else laid back, them cool dudes like Zay, my Uncle Jeffrey, and T-Mac, another one of them kind of like laid back type of brothers. Will. But because he was laid back, women in the States destroyed that brother's self-esteem. So by the time he came to Colombia, he thought that if them big bitches in the United States could destroy me, how am I supposed to walk up on these beautiful ladies? Not knowing that these women don't behave and react the way women in the United States act if you approach them. And he sent me the message yesterday. He said, I'm going back to the States. Thank you for everything. And I think because of that story, that's one reason why I'm so passionate tonight. And why I do so many videos on relationships, to let you guys know, y'all fucking around in an era of women that want to destroy you in that country. This is not against, I have nothing against women in the United States. I have everything for you. I have nothing against, I have everything for. You ain't never seen a video come out talking about the passport bros going through a loneliness epidemic, have you? You ain't never seen the video where they say Blue Book gentlemen are not approaching, 50% of Blue Book gentlemen don't approach women. They just got passports and they don't go approach women when they get to the country. Do you have any videos on that? None of that. So most of us that leave the United States, the door is open for us. But I'm here to tell you, y'all keep fucking around with the women in the United States you want to. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. They have a game plan to have your brain so fucked up that some of y'all gonna come out here to these good women. And this is the funny part. He's not the first. It just hit me. He's not the first brother to say that. About 6 months ago, we had a TikTok video of a brother that said, I came to Medellin. He was on a panel. He said he went to the Philippines. He said that woman was cooking for me, taking care of me, giving me massages. He said I had to leave. It was a brother on a panel because I wasn't used to that. And so I came back to America. Some of y'all gonna come back to the United States because them women have fucked y'all heads up so much that you won't even be able to enjoy when God is blessing you, because you don't remember the last time you were blessed in such a way by a woman. And these are the reasons why I come across so passionate. Because these stories are going to become more and more and more frequent. A lot of y'all gonna take your ass, gonna run your ass right back home to the States. And you rather deal with some fat bitches talking dirty to you than some beautiful Asian women spoiling you, because you ain't used to that. Because you ain't used to that. My man Ishmael said this. He said, no one wants to approach musty red stunt double. For real. That's serious. For real says this. Pharaoh. Ishmael says this. He said, I quote James. The kitchen or the bedroom, Florida. The kitchen or the bedroom. I remember that episode. D-Pay said, man, I bet she's annoying to be around in real life. And yes, that is that misandry showing up. Yes, that is. That just was so disappointing when that brother said that. Yep, that's Stockholm syndrome. I mean, this brother, when I say there was nothing about this brother that was unattractive, nothing. That part that blew me away. When he said that, I kid you not, you know how WhatsApp have your photo, just like, on here in the comments, your photo. I actually blew the photo up because, you click on the photo and it kind of blows up a little bit for you. And I was trying to see what part about himself that he thinks is ugly. He didn't have he looked like a regular everyday brother. I'm like, this brother is nowhere near a Lil Wayne, a Jay-Z, or a Steve Harvey. Now, them brothers ugly. Them brothers know if they ain't had no money, ain't no way in hell. Steve might get away with it because he's taller, and Jay-Z are taller. But other than that, them some ugly motherfuckers. Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Steve Harvey. Now, if you look like that, I can see you might scamper your ass back to the States. This brother was no face clean, smooth, no acne, no nothing. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. But I did know this. Women in the United States had fucked him up so much that he wasn't comfortable with approaching and enjoying women here in Colombia. He said a brothel joint probably better than a regular joint. That's for real. Shout out to my brother Zero, my neighbor in Cali, and your rent is due 22. He was so so conditioned to the women back in the States. Yep, this was yesterday, man. It blew me away. I mean, good dude, good young dude, man. Probably like 27, 28. So it wasn't like he a gray-headed dude. He got a nice little short haircut. And he said, man, I'm too ugly for here. I say, and I'm thinking to myself, you see how these badass bitches in Colombia be with these ugly ass Colombian dudes? Most Colombian dudes are not fucking supermodels. These mothers, Colombian dudes are not. Colombia is not known for handsome dudes. Can we all agree on that? Nobody's flying to Colombia for the dudes. Now, maybe a few in the Afro-Colombian community, but the average walking down the street Colombian dude, shit. These are not the most handsome dudes, bruh. At all. At all. They're not the tallest, and they ain't the handsomest. Why you think everywhere we go as American dudes, that little girlfriend that be with them always glancing to see us? We in the mall sitting there minding our own business. What happens? The Colombian dude can be walking with his girlfriend holding hands, and she'll glance and look back at us. You know why? Because them Colombian dudes ain't the most handsome cats. They got some, but not they ain't the most handsome dudes. I see you laughing, Zero, because I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. But yeah, man. Sad story, man. Sad story. I hope everything works out for him back in the States. I really do. Sad. Let's get back to the video. I'm going to remove this and bring the video back up to the stage.
Of dirty socks. to talk to women who is my main target about dating. And you're in my comments trying to flame me for dating 10 years ago. Baby, it's giving you're a virgin who can't drive. I use the euphemism, look it up, of dirty socks to talk to women who is my main target about dating the type of men that ultimately don't align with you long term. Now, the men I dated were in like law school, med school, like, you know, working at Goldman Sachs and stuff like that. So like when I was still having sex, the men I dated, men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, the ass across the street and ask a woman you think is attractive for her number, and you're in my comments trying to flame me for dating 10 years ago. Baby, it's giving you're a virgin who can't drive. I use the euphemism, look it up, of dirty socks to talk to women who is my main target about dating the type of men that ultimately don't align with you long term. Now, the men I dated were in like law school, med school, like, you know, working at Goldman Sachs.
If I was a Christian. And they're all horrible.
A couple years later, I just
50% of you have never even, the men I dated were in like law school, med school.
Now, did she not say in her comment section, once again, that sex, she said this, she wrote this in the comments responding to another lady. We looked at it. She said, yeah, I know 8 o'clock is come and gone, right? With Trump. You said Armageddon is coming at 8 o'clock this evening. Okay, Trump. She said that she enjoyed the sex with the dirty socks and the flip-flops. She said that in the comment of her own video that she said when she was saying, I remember when I used to have sex with guys with dirty socks and Adidas flip-flops. Now she's trying to, in the words of Medium Man, she's trying to church it up, trying to clean it up. So here we go.
School, like, you know, working at Goldman Sachs and stuff like that. So like when I was still having sex, the men I dated, men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, the men I dated, men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, the men I dated were in like law school, med school, like, you know, working at Goldman Sachs and stuff like that. So like it was a euphemism. I wasn't actually talking about like you, like.
Once again, she is using the term euphemism incorrectly. Euphemism is when you are trying to tone something down to make it seem like it's not as harsh or as dangerous. And the best example is like when we say, instead of saying that person's a hoe or a whore, we just use the term 304. We tone it down. That's a euphemism. She is not toning it down. She's telling the truth about her past and not caring about her present husband situation.
No.
She threw out a random stat trying to shame men, hoping nobody would notice it has nothing to do with her original point. Stay focused.
But let me tell you about God, though.
Y'all are the same dudes talking about Russell Wilson's so gay. Can you imagine stepping up and like raising a child that wasn't yours? Before you shift at the Piggly Wiggly, the audacity. The same men who tell women who've had children that they're run through, like your mom was. Like, the misogyny is never gonna fly for me. I'm entirely too smart. And frankly speaking, I blame my father.
How did your wife take that whole thing?
Well, my wife didn't know about that till
Drinking an old fashioned, waiting for.
It has nothing to do with her original point.
I blame my father.
How did you?
Okay. She said she blamed her father for how she is. So I went and looked up some receipts on her father. And here is one of them. Her dad, D.L. Hughley. He's going to tell about when he used somebody and lied about it for years. And then continue to use somebody, and you're going to be surprised at who he uses.
Your wife take that whole thing.
Well, my wife didn't know about that till years later.
So he was out there on the road or whatever, smashing some chick, used her up, and got her pregnant. This nigga hid the baby for years. Years. Now, this is what she said. I learned this from my daddy, how to use people.
Oh, okay. You kept it quiet.
Yeah, because again, I was a coward. I'm not disputing that. So
he said he was a coward. Wonder where this woman that's talking got that from. That's how she talks.
Years later, the girl I had the baby with, I just couldn't take it. So a couple years later, I just told my wife. And back then, you could go to the gate without buying a ticket. It was before 9/11. So you could just meet people at the gate. Remember that? So my family would always meet me at the gate. So I had told my wife months earlier, I get off the plane, my wife is there. The girl I had the baby by is at the airport.
The woman that he kept secret, the woman that he used for his pleasures, she used him, of course, got her pregnant, hid the kid, and the woman got tired of that bullshit. Even though DL told his wife about the baby, he never told the woman that he told his wife. So the woman said, fuck this. And she showed up at the airport right where DL's wife was.
And she sees me and I see her and she sees me. And I don't know what was on her mind, but I got the sense. She was like, oh, I got you now. So when we walked off, I walked up to her, my wife. I said, this is the girl I had the baby by. And my wife said, I'm sorry for your loss.
That was that.
It wasn't, well, then years later, it's a long story because it never. Yeah. So then years later, the girl, it jammed her up too, like it did me. But I wasn't the mother and I wasn't with him every day. And she started asking for money. She needed some money. And I told her my wife would have to take care of it.
So the girl who he was sleeping with needed money, and DL had his wife pay for it.
Because I couldn't. So her and my wife talked, and my wife started giving her money. Now,
wife started giving money. So DL used his wife, used the other girl for sex, and his daughter learned how to use people. So his daughter learned how to use people like DL used the mama, and DL used the other lady for years.
Here's the horrible thing about that.
So your wife was giving her money years later after the fact. Okay.
And so the condition was that she could never ask me. My wife would take care of it. So my wife took it from my allowance that I never gotten back. So I don't know if she's still giving it to her or not.
Okay.
But I know that I don't get that money.
She took a chunk out of the file.
And I can't go, hey, are you still? I can't
do that.
I have entirely too much money at my disposal.
So now we see where she got this from. And now she's trying to brag about having too much money at her disposal. I guess you do, ma'am. That white simp that you marry, Zaddy, if you will, is making sure you got money at your disposal. You're not lying.
To give a shit. The amount of you that look like demigorgons, like true demigorgons, telling women that they are passed around. Sorry, hold on.
And this is why women like this will always get married, because of the simps that's in the world. These women will always get the ring, always get the guy. Women like this, coochie blew the fuck out. You don't even get wet no more. These women will always get married because they'll always be a simp. There'll always be a Russell Wilson. The Sierras of the world can have 15 babies. It don't matter if Sierra had 1 or 2. As long as there's a Russell Wilson in the motherfucking world that make men look bad, it'll always be a female like her with the ring. It can get on social media and talk her talk, and her man will still look like a bitch.
Let me talk to black men directly, because this is not about being emotional, guys. This is about being aware. Most of the time, women don't say this part out loud. And that's why we have to thank social media. We all know that black women use social media the most. So this is actually a good thing. And when other women agree with it, y'all need to pay attention. This is where vetting comes in. You need to ask questions. You need to understand her past. You need to understand how she views men. That is important, because if you don't, you can end up in a situation where you're expected to build while being compared to men who didn't have to.
The reason why the dating pool is so trash is because of us, the women. I'm gonna explain. Women are so brainwashed that if you're single and that you're not committed or have a ring on your finger, that you could talk to whoever you want to talk to, you could date who you want to date, you can have sex with who you want to have sex with. We're brainwashed to think that. Listen, ladies, when I tell y'all, that's nasty.
They got it for free, but you got to build houses and fireplaces and shit.
In this video, we're going to look into the recent online chat.
Now we're going to see women follow you guys to Afrotech. Shout out to my brother Evan in the building. It's good to see you too, brother. He said, I'm a 32-year-old tiger, soloist, if you will. Being a player tiger is amazing journey. I think I might stay being a tiger forever. It's better to be the player than the simp. You can't beat that. Shout out to you, brother, with the $20 love. Shout out to LJ, the Southern Vegan, in the building as well. Oh yeah, Will Smith is like the Mount Rushmore of simps, along with Russell Wilson. And now these women are following you to Afrotech every year because they notice that some of you guys are graduating Theo's classes and getting into tech. And they see the paychecks that you guys get. And now women who aren't even in tech are following you guys to the Afrotech convention. And come to find out that these ladies are getting smashed in Afrotech.
About black women going out to the Afrotech conference that was held in Houston earlier this year. But apparently the talk is that these women are going out there only seeking six-figure men to make them rich stay-at-home wives. And there's nothing wrong with these women going after their relationship goals. But the bigger issue may be the black successful men at these conferences. They may not be looking for the same thing.
You're not going to find your man at Afrotech because everyone just comes here and stares at each other. So come here for the jobs, come here for the networking, come here for the free drinks, but don't come here thinking you're going to leave with a man.
This is true, ladies. Not only will he have a 401k, but he might even have some tech stock. Don't miss out. Y'all better go to Afrotech.
Boy, let me tell you something. You came to Afrotech to find husband. You are looking for nerds. You are looking for people that stare at their computer screen writing code every day. You are looking for people that their eyes have been looking at blue screen every day and night. And you are looking also for somebody with confidence of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Don't you know that people who sit down and write codes are introverted? Don't you know that when you sit down every day, Monday to Friday, and occasionally on Sunday, and you are writing JavaScript, don't you know that it will turn you into an introvert? You came to Afrotech to find husband. You are looking for Idris Elba that writes codes.
If your dumbass came to Afrotech in Houston this weekend thinking you was finna find a husband, because that's what they said on TikTok, and you got love bombed and you slept with him, I'ma hold your hand and tell you you're an idiot.
Listen, if Afrotech has taught me anything, it has taught me to stay in the gym. Because the competition, the ladies, everyone's so fun. You guys stay in the gym, man. All them TikToks talking about whatever you do, just don't get fat. They are not lying.
But how do we feel about women flying out to Afrotech with the purpose of looking for husbands? Because apparently the men are in on it. Men know that women are doing that.
Oh yeah, they're aware. Oh no, I talked to some of the bros. They said, "Bro, it's whole apocalypse out here."
You see what the guys are saying. The guys know, and they smashing them chicks out there. It's a whole apocalypse in Afrotech. Them dudes ain't marrying them chicks, but they will smash them in Afrotech. They think us nerd dudes are stupid. They think us tech dudes are stupid. So these guys, hey, when all you ladies come out to Afrotech, come on out, because we gonna smash you. You getting smashed by the nerd dude, by the tech dude. That's what these dudes are doing.
Apparently the men are in on it. Men know that women are doing that.
Oh yeah, they're aware. Oh no, I talked to some of the bros. They said, "Bro, it's whole apocalypse out here." The effectiveness and the efficiency of these hunters is crazy, and they're just waiting for what's coming to them. Check the economy, and it's looking good out here to be a tech guy.
Like, if I'm saying I want to marry a cardiothoracic surgeon, I can't just go to a convention for cardiothoracic surgeons and be saying, "Oh, I'm a nurse, but I'm here for the conference." I'm gonna look crazy.
And folks finding love at Afrotech. Listen, if you've been here long enough, I already told you. Y'all asked me, what dating app should you use to find love? I told you LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the app.
Did I
Why?
not say that? These chicks are checking for you on LinkedIn. They in your LinkedIn DMs, fellas. They in your LinkedIn DMs. He said, "I have been a nerd dude my whole life. I embrace the role." Yes, sir. So am I, brother. Shout out to us nerd dudes. Dude sounds hella. Yeah, I know, right? Alan says they be at those Comic-Cons and all the nerdy events. Yes, they do. They come out to the Comic-Cons too. Oh, we're gonna look at that tonight. Zeta says, "But Dre, I thought I heard I thought that nerd guys was corny and lame." Now they're on our meat. But it's just like the one brother just said. The economy is making tech guys look good. Making you AI guys look good. You cloud engineers look good. Cybersecurity guys are looking pretty good now. Hell yeah, I'm proud to be a nerd. I ain't gonna lie about mine. I ain't never lied about mine. Even when I was a thug, I was proud to be a nerd. Are these females aware of HIB raids in Houston? Yes, and they've had the convention there twice in Houston.
Because there are all these conventions, these conferences, these summits, these gatherings of professional people, these doctors, these lawyers, these engineers, tech people, right? And they all make good money. You find out where the conventions are, the conferences are. They're normally at a convention center in a hotel or near some hotels. You go to the bar of the hotel that the convention is at. You looking fine, you looking pretty, you looking handsome and dapper.
Jay-Z.
And there's going to be all these fine.
Shout out to JC in the building. He said, "Warm regards, Dre, and to everyone present in the lecture. May you all live life to the fullest and prosper." You as well, brother. You as well.
Professional people that make good money just walking around. And if you find, they find, more than likely, they'll come talk to you. That's the play. So this Afrotech shit, that's the playbook. I already gave you a playbook.
But the truth be told, a lot of the men that's in tech, these guys are not going to these events playing games like that. A lot of these guys are open to finding a relationship or even a marriage. They just not looking for a woman that's, combative or arrogant. When a lot of guys become successful like this, they start to think about serious things like starting a family one day. And when a man is thinking about starting a family, he want to make sure, he picked the right woman and wife to raise his kids. So in the meantime, he will go to events like Afrotech and all that stuff to, hopefully find what he's looking for one day.
I am the ultimate nerd. There's no other human being living in this timeline that is quite like me. I play PC, I play console, I play handhelds, I play laptops, I play VR, I build PCs, I have arcade.
Now, my man Nerd Game, this dude Nerd Game, yeah, I ain't gonna hate. This dude might be the ultimate nerd. Let me bring that beat back.
Protect and all that stuff to, hopefully find what he's looking for one day.
I am the ultimate nerd. There's no other human being living in this timeline that is quite like me. I play PC, I play console, I play handhelds, I play laptops, I play VR, I build PCs, I have arcade machines, I have a racing sim, I collect headsets, I love Marvel, I love DC, I build Gunpla, I have statues, I have action figures, I play card games, I collect Lego sets, I read manga, I watch anime, I have Labubu, I love Crocs, I soda pop, I have a Shark PC, I have a life-size Iron Man, I touch grass, I love my wife, I love sneakers, I play music, I listen to K-pop, I love watches, and I play sports. I'm the culmination of everything nerdy, geeky, pop culture, and beyond. And that is why
she's like a 7.5, but she has a lot.
My man the one. My man the one like Jet Li. Yeah, he a nerd Thanos for real. Good way of putting it. He a nerd Thanos. When I saw him, I was like, damn, he the one. He the one. I thought I was nerd. I need to step my nerd game up. Yeah, that's Neo right there. That's the nerd Neo. Seriously. Y'all ain't lying, bro. Shout out to all the nerds in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Proud to be. Man, I was proud to be a nerd back when Revenge of the Nerds came out back in the 80s. I was proud to be a nerd. Let's bring that man beat back. He said, I'm the number one nerd in this timeline. When he said the timeline, that got me. I'm the number one nerd in this timeline.
Want to make sure he picked the right woman and wife to raise his kids. So in the meantime, he will go to events like Afrotech and all that stuff to hopefully find what he's looking for one day.
I am the ultimate nerd. There's no other human being living in this timeline that is quite like me. I play PC, I play console, I play handhelds, I play laptops, I play VR, I build PCs, I have arcade machines, I have a racing sim, I collect headsets, I love Marvel, I love DC, I build Gunpla, I have statues, I have action figures, I play card games, I collect Lego sets, I read manga, I watch anime, I have Labubu, I love Crocs, I soda pop, I have a Shark PC, I have a life-size Iron Man, I touch grass, I love my wife, I love sneakers, I play play music, I listen to K-pop, I love watches, and I play sports. I'm the culmination of everything nerdy, geeky, pop culture, and beyond. And that is why
She's like a 7.5, but she has a life-size cardboard cutout of Legolas from Lord of the Rings in her room. What does that make her now? Did it go up?
To the right type of guy, yeah. Yeah, it will. Let me tell you a story. I had been dating my wife for 2 weeks, and I used to be really hardcore into World of Warcraft. Anyways, I'm raiding one day while on the phone with her, double tasking, and we're fighting some zombies, and she made a Final Fantasy VII reference. And she is gorgeous. She is beautiful, but I have never been more attracted to her than I was in that moment on the phone. I almost proposed on the spot.
Maturing in med school is realizing that, like, wow, I actually am a
100%. And I'm so much of a nerd, I'm gonna tell you my favorite nerd fact while I'm on my study break. Our nerves tell our muscles to contract, right? In our eye, we have a muscle called the lateral rectus, and it causes our eye to look outward when it contracts. So, cranial nerve 6 tells our lateral rectus muscle to contract, and our eye looks outward. But our other eyes just doing whatever it wants to do. So cranial nerve 6 also goes through the medial longitudinal fasciculus and tells cranial nerve 3 to tell the medial rectus on the other eye to contract. So this eye will look in. And so both your eyes are looking in the same direction. Right one is looking out, your left one is looking in, but they're looking in the same direction. I think that is so cool. But that makes me a nerd. I've just accepted it. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
For a long time, Isaiah went to FDR's house. If anybody loves me, know me, I love FDR.
You love FDR?
Yes, and I love Eleanor Roosevelt. And you know how he got us through the Great Depression with a war.
Mm-hmm.
Only president that got elected 4 times while he's in a wheelchair. As I grew up reading a lot about Eleanor Roosevelt, she had a very sad life. And like when I went to her house, well, she had different house from her husband because
now most of us wouldn't have never thought that Cardi B was nerd about that era. That's the same era that Andrea loved. She loved that World War II, Great Depression, just reading about it, just studying it. Most of us see Cardi B and, you know, the social media side and would think she's just another ratchet chick, which in many cases she is. But I've often said this, and Cardi B, and I'm going to bring that back, she confirms what I've said about nerds. I think most people are 1/3 nerd about something. WWE. Most of their fans are nerds. Even though you've got these brutal women and brutal men wrestling, it was mainly nerds when it was WWF. And WWE is no different. The whole audience and people that can tell you all about wrestling, nerds. Most of us that watch the Marvel movies and the DC movies, nerds. Some of you guys that go out golfing and fishing and fly fishing and deep sea fishing and sport fishing, and you can tell people about different reels and different golf clubs and golf gloves and which golf shoes are the best ones and what time of the year is the best time to play golf. 1/3 nerds. Some of you guys are into fitness. You could tell somebody how to read the dietary scale to know which calories. Show that person recipes. Show that person how to put together meal prep. You could tell them this muscle is this and that muscle is that, and if this one contracts, and if you feel this, and if you lift this particular weight, but if you go heavy on this day, and this is the results you'll get. And some of you guys will be like, well, I'm on a slim down when I'm slicing up, so you know how to lose the weight to slice yourself up, but then you're like, I know how to put on bulk up. 1/3 nerd. Some of you guys are collectors like me. Collect comic books, Pokemon, DVDs, albums, 45 albums. Some of you guys, 1/3 nerd. Some of you guys are creators, you're artists, you play instruments. You're like me, you're oil painting, your acrylic paintings. You like to draw, you like inks. Some of you guys like sculptors. Me, I was about to take a class in Tampa of the glass blowing. You know, when you see them when they blow in the tube and they make the glass and they spin it around. And they got a class that was down the street from me in St. Pete. I never took it, but I always wanted to. The glass blowing class. 1/3 nerd. I believe that everybody that has a passion is 1/3 nerd about something. What do I mean by nerd? Nerds are usually passionate about something that they don't give a damn about what other people think. Nerds are dudes that have or women that have a passion for something that makes them so happy that they do not give a damn about what y'all think about their puzzle collection, their Lego collection. In the next couple of years, I'm going to have when we buy our house, I'm going to have on the wall the autographed Kobe jersey, the autograph Isaiah Thomas jersey, the autograph Tom Brady jersey. My uncle got me the Beat Street t-shirt and the 5 Deadly Venom t-shirt. 1/3 nerd. I am nerd about stuff. I don't give a fuck about what somebody else thinks that I'm passionate about. Remember I was telling you about the Bible? Most people read the Bible for their spiritual and growth in a relationship with the Lord. So do I. But I'm nerd about the Bible. Don't tell me about a king, because now here I go doing homework about King Nebuchadnezzar and how old he was and what was going on during that time period of the kingdom. Bruh, I read the Bible like I'm reading Lord of the Rings, bruh. Don't put me in the book of Chronicles, Obadiah, Malachi. Don't put me in those books. Don't let me sit back and talk about Moses and them. What was the temperature at that time period in the land? What was the Red Sea at that time period? I will come across one verse in the Bible that has something to do with geography. I'm studying it for 2 weeks before I even go back to my Bible to go back to that one scripture. I'm a Bible nerd. Not just for the spiritual part of it, but I like the historical part about it. Like, okay, what? Like over the past couple of days, I've been studying Paul. Paul wrote 13 books of the Bible. I didn't know the first letter that he wrote was Galatians. And then the second letter that he wrote is 1 Thessalonians. Then he wrote Second Thessalonians, and then he wrote Corinthians. I didn't know. Check it. This is how nerdy I am about the Bible. I didn't know in Greece was separated in the north and the south, just like most people. I didn't know one of the capital cities of North Greece was Thessalonica, where he wrote the book of the Thessalonians. The capital city of the south of Greece in one of the states of southern Greece was Corinth, where he wrote the book of Corinthians, the books of Corinthians. So when I sit back and tell y'all I'm Bible nerd, 1/3 Bible nerd, to sit back and say, wait a minute, whoa, pause. Wait a minute. So you telling me that this is all in Greece that this took place, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. And then when I get to the Thessalonians, and 2 Thessalonians, this was the same. One was just in a state in the north and one was just in a state in the south. Most dudes ain't gonna nerd out to find that out. Most people open up their Bible and they see, you know, after the book of Acts, they see Romans. I'll be studying like what happened during that time period. Okay, they were known for what? Their intellect. Oh, no wonder Paul said so forth and so forth and so forth, because they were known for their intellect. Oh, no wonder what Paul said on this part over here in the Bible, in the New Testament, he said this, because those people lived like. That's me. I got a Bible dictionary, concordance. I got the Bible lexicon, the definition, and it's almost like a Bible encyclopedia of that time period, of that era. When I tell y'all, I read my Bible for the spiritual part, and I also read it like I'm reading the Lord of the Rings. Man, my Bible broken down like in trilogies, bruh. Man, don't let me get in. Man, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, Kings, Chronicles. Oh man, I'm having a ball. I'm sitting up there like, okay, this king did what? See, he was wrong. He was wrong. What he should have did was, see, that's what he get. He should have. The rest of y'all read y'all Bible like, and the Lord said to the kings, and he sent the prophets. Okay, cool. I'll read it like that too, right? For Sunday and Bible study and all that. But the ramifications of that era, the Persian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire. Yeah, man, I be nerding out on my Bible, man. I don't be just be reading like, and thus the Lord saideth. That's cool. I be nerding out like I say, if he said, and Moses split the Red Sea. Okay, what was the water temperature of the sea? I wonder what the water temperature was back then. I want to know everything as if it was actually happening. And David went off to war. I'm like, what? But wait a minute, God told Saul to decimate all of them. He ain't even doing what he's supposed to be doing. Uh-oh, Saul, you in trouble, dog. You in trouble, dog. That's how I be reading my Bible. I be excited. We all are 1/3 nerd about something. 1/3 nerd to me means we're all passionate about something that we don't care about what anybody else thinks about us. That is our passion. Some people are kite flying. Some people are 1/3 nerd about traveling. We do not care about what somebody's got to say about our passport stamps. We are going to still travel. 1/3 nerd. You are passionate about something that you do not care what anybody else say. They can laugh, judge, don't matter. You're going to keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, I know, right? I know, I like stuff like that, bro. I kid you not. Like, what? Like, I like, for years I studied Rome. Everything about Rome, man, I studied. Each emperor, the Roman Empire and the Roman Republic. Yeah, man. The Assyrian Empire. Oh, yeah. Every time the Jews went into captivity, I'm like this. Uh-oh. Here we go. Bring on the book of Joel. And you sit back and you start doing your homework, you find out, well, this country was like, whoa, I think it was Malachi I was studying. Was it Malachi or Micah? And when the Jews got captured by the I forget the name of the empire, because this is the same empire, the Babylonian Empire. The Jews got captured by the Babylonian Empire. They had cousins that lived on top of a hill. The Edomites were the cousins to the Jews, Israel, by way of Ishmael being the brother of Abraham. Being the brother of Isaac. So the Jews thinking like, man, we ain't gonna get captured because we got our brothers up in the hills that we can run to. And the way they got their kingdom set up, can't nobody come through there. And when they ran up in the hills to their brothers, the Edomites sent their ass right back down the hill to the Persian Empire. That's where you got the book of Daniel and so forth, with King Nebuchadnezzar and so forth, right? I mean, the Babylonian Empire, I say Persian, but the Babylonian Empire. The book of Micah. God tells the Edomites, oh, you think because you so intellectual, because they were known for their intellect, and your city has stood because you stand in the way that it sat off the mountain, it was impenetrable and nobody could come through. And you sent your brothers back down that hill to get captured by the Babylonian Empire. And God sent the prophet to him years later and said, yeah, Edomites, your time has come. And even though they were considered the most intellectuals of their time period, and they lived in an impenetrable location, their kingdom got took over too. But you don't hear about that in the Bible too much, right? But when you're a Bible nerd and you look at the Bible like you reading the Game of Thrones or something, you learn all this stuff. Like I said, I'm nerdy about it, bruh. I'm nerdy about it. So it's kind of like, you know, but let's go back to the video because we got so much to do. I know we could talk about the Bible and history and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said Dre is a wild dude. He goes fluently from crazy American bitch to study. Yes, sir. I know, right? I've been trying to tone it down. I've been trying. But then he's...
You know, FDR mama, she was always around, like, and she ain't really like that. Like,
I won't lie. There's a lot that people don't like about Cardi B. But this side, that nerdy side, I like seeing women show their nerdy side. I really do.
I wanted her space. Just like me, I want my own space all the time. I saw the room where Churchill and FDR was talking about the nuke.
Look at her eyes, bruh. That's nerdy. That's when you passionate about something and you do not care about what other people think. That's, to me, is nerdy. That's why I say everybody, if you're walking this planet, we're all passionate about something that most people might not understand. Zeta says this. He says, us OG nerds made the nerdy look cool. Oh man, back in the day, yes sir, made the nerd look cool. Today, he said we had so much smoke, so much smoke back they picked on us. That's true. We got physically bullied, and now people want to be a part of us. Yes, they do. That is so true, brother. That is so true. So yeah, I'm happy for this in regards to this particular segment, because you really get a chance to see the nerdy side of Cardi B.
With a war. Only president that got elected 4 times while he's in a wheelchair. As I grew up reading a lot about Eleanor Roosevelt, she had a very sad life. And like when I went to her house, well, she had different house from her husband, because you know FDR mama, she was always around, like, and she didn't really like that. Like Eleanor wanted her space, just like me. I want my own space all the time. I saw the room where Churchill and FDR was talking about the nuke. It's crazy to me. Like I'm really here. I don't know why I'm obsessed with war.
Art of War, I could hear it with the aliens.
Yes,
no,
yes.
It's in you.
I'm obsessed with World War II. Like, I love World War I. Like, you know, I like reading about that. But World War II, like, I'm obsessed with just learning everything about it. So for me to be in the same room that Churchill and FDR was discussing the nuke, is like, it was just such a moment for me. Like, y'all probably think I'm crazy, but like, it was just like, I love this. I don't know.
What is the name of Gojo's ability to stop/slow things down?
And people are discovering that Meg Thee Stallion is a true anime nerd, like a lot of us.
Is it Infinity? Who is Gojo's best friend? Is it not me?
I love My Hero Academia. I love Attack on Titan. I love Bleach. Of course, I love Naruto. I'm watching Black Butler right now. I'm watching Black Clover too. I like Soul Eater. That one was fire. Okay, man, I watch a lot of anime.
Favorite anime? That is a good question because it changes like every month.
I'm getting ready doing my makeup. I can't stop and read the subtitles. So, I mean, when you have time to, you know, watch it subbed, I would highly recommend watching it subbed.
Favorite Frankie, questions. We have a lot of questions. Give us 10 seconds to care about DC.
Yes. Oh,
give me the reasons why I should care about DC.
Okay, Batman, The Flash, Superman, the greatest superheroes that will beat anyone in Marvel. They got the best storylines, and they for adults, yo, fuck them kids.
Students. Questions. We're here with Black Girls Anime. We just wanted to know, top 5 anime for you right now.
Slam Dunk, Black Clover, Nana, Naruto, dog. I gotta put a popular. Ghost Hunt. Ghost Hunt was a really good anime. It was really scary for no reason. I was really petrified, really scared, really terrified of the dark. And because of that, that's why I lock my door every night before I go to sleep.
Okay, guys, I just got a new pair of glasses, and I want your honest, brutally honest opinions. And I actually need these to see I'm not just cosplaying. Like, I have astigmatism.
That's the one thing that most of us can agree upon. Most hot chicks are blind as hell. I don't know what it is about attractive women and their eyesight. It's like God said, I'm gonna give you everything, but your butt will not be able to see. I have never been with an attractive woman that could see. Every single attractive woman, I have not had a 20/20 vision hot chick ever. Every attractive woman that I've ever been with can't see for shit. Which I love, because I love seeing women in glasses. But yeah, they can't see, bruh. I don't know what it is. Yeah, man. You be seeing hot chicks, man, and when you get to their house and they put their little hair up in a ponytail and everything, and they pull them glasses out, and you be looking like, oh my gosh, you look good in them glasses. And it don't be for fashion. It's because they can't see. Like Andrea, Andrea got like 2-3 pair of glasses walking around in this house. She got one that she has for reading. She has another one that she has just around fashion. And she has another one pair that she keeps in the car because once the sun go down, Andrea can't see nothing. So if she's going to be driving at night, she has to have her glasses on hand, on deck. Yeah, they do, bruh. They do. Cute as can be, blind as can be. That's true, man. Hot chicks be blind.
Is it giving cool, sexy librarian? Or is it just giving nerd? And I don't mean nerd in a derogatory way. I think that's actually a compliment because nerds run the world. But all the girls on Instagram looked so cool. So what is it giving? Be honest. It's too late to return them because I already got my prescription in them. But I just want to know how I'm being perceived when I'm wearing these. Thank you.
I often see videos where people are wondering why this super hot woman has gone for this nerd. And it's because nerds know things. Nerds know things. Like they know things. Nerds know a lot of things.
I hate it just as much as you do, Charles. I hate that term. It's giving. I'm like, I can't stand it. I'm with you on that one, Charles.
Nerds know a lot of things, you know? If you know, you know. Need I say more?
Black women that are nerds, proud about it, and attractive too, bro. That was
This notion that black female nerds weren't around back then that were attractive. We were. Y'all just didn't think we were attracted back then. And see, that's the gag that a lot of black men never want to admit. They never want to admit that back in high school, back in middle school, y'all wasn't really checking for black girls like that. Y'all was not checking for black nerdy girls before they had the bodies and they had the curves, back when they were awkward and couldn't dress and couldn't afford to have all the manga and couldn't afford all the graphic t-shirts and couldn't afford to walk around with their hobbies on their sleeves. I've been liking anime since I was a little girl, okay? Starting with Sailor Moon way back in the day. Y'all was not checking for us. Y'all barely be checking for us now.
And she may not care about it, but she put the video out, and I'm sure he's seen it, and she's probably disgusted with him. Is that it's embarrassing to her husband that she said she used to be with guys with Nike Tech Fits and the slides, because it's basically painting him out to be a sucker. Now, she may not think that because she's looking at it from a woman's lens and a woman's perspective, but to the world, she's presenting him out to be a sucker. Real talk. Now, she wants to come on here and say, well, the only thing that I'm guilty of is having sex before marriage. No. The thing that you painted, again, because we can only go based off of what she said, the image that you painted was that you were guilty with messing with dudes that didn't give a fuck about you, right? And they just wanted to slide on you and dog you out and get the best of you. And then you left your husband, and then it makes it seem like your husband has gotten the best of the rest of you. And now he the sucker that got caught up putting the kids to bed and valuing you more than the person that you gave your virginity to. And let's just be clear. It's not cool to have sex before marriage for these women that keep on promoting this lifestyle.
No one is saying being a nerd is negative or marrying the nerd is bad advice. No one is saying that. The problem is when women say marry the nerd, they also add something else onto it. They say marry the nerd, have fun with the dope boys, the athletes, this, that, and the third. And then once you're done having your fun, marry the guy that's going to give you this great life. That's not cool. That's like a diss to your boyfriend, husband, whatever. Like, I'm not sure why people can never see the problem with that, but it's a problem. Like, y'all could easily just say, marry the nerd because of X, Y, and Z, and then list off the redeeming qualities that he has. Marry the nerd because he's nice. Marry the nerd because he's ambitious. You know, say something like that. Don't say marry the nerd and, you know, sleep with dirty niggas in your youth. You know what I mean? And then don't get on the internet and be in the comments talking about how the sex was so fun with the dirty niggas. You know what I mean? Like, no self-respecting man is going to be okay with his woman talking in public, or hell, even in private with him. No self-respecting man wants to know about a woman's past relationships, past situationships, past fuck buddies. You know what I mean? Like, no self-respecting man is okay with that. Especially not on TikTok for the whole world to see. But yeah, nobody had a problem with saying marry the nerd, and nobody thinks being a nerd is negative. Like, nobody at all.
It's a lot of women saying marry the nerd, don't marry the cool guy. If you're a nerd, you should be offended, nigga, because the cool nigga is running through your bitch currently, and you're gonna marry that bitch in future. So y'all get all hype, oh, I got a chance. She probably gonna have like 2-3 kids by the time she get to you, my boy. You feel me? You just gonna have to take on that responsibility, because nigga, you the nerd, you go for the shit, and that's just you. You feel me? But that woman saying marry the nerd, that's the most embarrassing thing you can do to your husband. Because you aren't even attracted to him. You're attracted to how he makes you feel. Ain't no.
I like how DJ said. He said, nah, I'm glad she said it. Hopefully it gets more dudes to think about if they are with a woman thinking they are a backup plan. I agree with that. I'm glad these women are coming out saying some of the outlandish things, and so you guys are hearing the truth. Charles said, I ain't taking on yet. I don't blame you. I know, right? I know.
Wrong being a nerd, but it is something wrong with being green. Y'all niggas need to wake the fuck up out this home.
So guys, beautiful women tend to be some of the nerdiest women. What I mean by that is a lot of women are also into things that are like subcultures, right? So for instance, things like cosplay or video games or gardening. You'll find that a lot of beautiful women are into things like that. They're not necessarily into typical mainstream things. Not to say that you couldn't find a beautiful, attractive woman who would be, right? But a lot of times a beautiful, attractive woman may be into things that you may be interested in. And so by finding somebody who's interested in the same things that you're interested in, you may come to discover that, damn, not only is she beautiful, not only is she sexy, but she's also into the same things that I'm into. So don't sleep on the fact that some of the hottest women tend to be some of the nerdiest women.
Listen to me and listen to me clearly, all right? I don't know where this left field, date the nerd propaganda that came from, but I'm telling y'all now, as a nigga who got made fun of for liking Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And video games and anime and all that other shit, y'all best to not put the ball in our hands. The shit's gonna get bad. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an example, right? You know how, and it's not right, disclaimer, it's not right at all. I don't agree with the rhetoric or narrative that I'm about to regurgitate, but the fact of the matter is, it's a thing. You know how niggas was like, oh, nobody ever liked big girls before, and the niggas start trying to talk to the big girls, and now they run around with the egos and the attitude like they blase blah. If y'all think the battery that y'all put in plus size women's back was bad, wait till y'all see what the fuck happened with them niggas that really get into the anime and the rest of the shit that y'all deem nerdy. Wait, just wait. Go ahead and make niggas that like anime and all that other shit. I think the shit's cool. I always thought it was cool. I never really gave a fuck what none of y'all said. But go ahead and make that archetype or that person the person of interest or the standard. This shit gonna turn into Raccoon City real fast. Listen.
He ain't never lied. He ain't never lied. You know why? Passport bros and blue book gentlemen. All of us that they had something that the ladies in the States had something to say and talk about, as we as men, no matter what race, color, or creed, started traveling and started getting these hot chicks in other countries. Boy, by the time we got back to the States, man, fuck you American women. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't care what you saying. If you think the passport brothers are bad who leave the United States because we getting baddies, can you imagine the nerd brothers that stay in the United States ain't gonna be putting up with shit? Once them nerd dudes really come to realize the value of who they are, them niggas gonna be walking around like they all Steve Jobs. They gonna be walking around like they invented the goddamn cell phone itself. I kid you not, man. He absolutely correct. If y'all think the battery that they put in the back of fat chicks was bad, to where fat chicks walking around like they think they tens, you go ahead and keep on hyping up these nerd brothers, ladies. You gonna get y'all gonna get your feelings hurt. Y'all gonna get your feelings hurt. This brother 100% correct. You think the thugs did you wrong. You think thug dudes ringing through you. You think dudes with dirty socks and flip-flops was running through you. Let these nerd brothers find out their own true value. Once these nerd dudes found out they got value, man, it's gonna be crazy.
Giving you a warning, because the worst thing that ever could have happened was niggas that was into anime and was nerdy and whatever else grew up, started looking like something, me, and really start having their way out in the world. So don't flip the script like that. The shit's gonna get ugly.
Yep. And that's the end of our video portion for today. Shout out to all you guys that hung out with your boy Dre. Absolutely correct. Zeta says, Dre, he said, I always do that. He's always do. I walk around like I'm as bad as Mamoto. I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. Mashai? I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. I got to get my animes back up. I've been so busy focusing on other stuff. Will you other guys realize what that is? They want you to know that they want you to know your true value, like Kevin Samuel said. Absolutely correct. Oh, the samurai. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I kid you not, man. So shout out to all you guys, man. Shout out to you guys for supporting by way of PayPal, Cash App, Super Chats, the Patreon. Miyamoto. Hey, Corporal, shout out to you, brother. Glad to see that you're here. Miyamoto. Like I said, I gotta catch up. Yeah, I've been shooting out X-Men. Yeah, I was just watching X-Men 97 the other about 3 months ago. I just ran through the whole series of X-Men 97. The baddest swordsman. What's the okay? Okay, all right. You know, I'm about to check it out. Yes, sir. The champion head cutter. Okay, bet. I'm in. All right, guys, let me do some outros with you gentlemen, and I'll be seeing you on Wednesday. Shout out to all you guys. Let me go right here to some outros. Let's see which one we want. Let's go back into the archives.
Ella en mi casa ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Ella en mi casa, yeah, ella en mi casa ya, ella en mi casa ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Ella en mi casa, yeah, ella en mi casa ni una. Es de aquí, pero parece de cuna. Pero así no le piche a ninguna. Criminal como una para Ozuna. Ella sabe que de la disco no la van a quitar. Los fines de semana son tan sentos, hay que vacilar. Ready, con ropita cortita para janguear y tirar. De mí se deja llevar, combina la ropa con tu actitud, es que dominas. Chica con esa virtud, rompe bocinas. No hay nadie como tú, como tú, como tú, como tú, ya, combina la ropa con tu actitud, es que dominas. Chica con esa virtud, rompe bocinas. No hay nadie como tú, como tú, como tú, como tú. Ella es mi gata, ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Ella es mi gata, yeah, ella es mi gata, ya, ella es mi gata, ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Ella es mi gata, yeah, ella es mi gata,
Un traguito de Fernet pa' la gata en la barra. Te vi por internet en una playa en Nicaragua. Ese buffet sí está gourmet, pero lleno de piraña. El río está movido, que está nada las arañas. Por eso que tú te acercas a mí. Te gusta mi actitud, como te hago reír. Me encanta cómo besas, cómo me haces sentir. Eres especial, eres sola para mí. Y si nos vemos en Bahamas, ahí no hay nadie que nos daña. Una copla de madrugada, ya lo saben, tú mi reina y yo tu rey. Estamos listas en Bahamas. Aquí hay bellas madrugadas, romántico en la playa. Ya lo saben, tú mi reina y yo tu rey.
Ella es mi gata, ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Ella es mi gata, yeah, ella es mi gata, ya, ella es mi gata, ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Me gusta gozar y vacilar, yeah, no traguito de Fernet. Se la toda, ya, pásalo, no salo, tal vez. A ella le gusta gozar y vacilar, yeah. Con unos traguitos de Fernet, se ve toda la timidez. Pásalo, no salo, tal vez. Ella es mi gata, ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Ella es mi gata, yeah, ella es mi gata, ya, ella es mi gata, ya, perrea en la disco como nadie más. Ella es mi gata, yeah, mi gata, ya. En fiesta es que no pierde ni una. Es de aquí, pero parece de cuna.